The Steve Kane Show is brought to you by attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Veterans and spouses of veterans, you may be entitled to benefits that you are not aware of, including long-term care benefits. Call attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group and find out what benefits are available to you. With offices in Boca Raton and Fort Lauderdale, call toll-free 1-855-FLA-3782. 1-855-FLA-3782. Seniors, Medicare open enrollment is quickly approaching. Make sure you get the right coverage. Call Debbie at I Will Advisors, 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
Hey guys, good morning. Sorry, I'm working on something over here as we're getting ready for showtime.
To South Florida's longest running radio show, The Steve Kane Show. To call the show toll free, dial 1-888-COCAINE 1. That's 1-888-COCAINE 1. And now, here's Steve.
Hey guys, welcome. Yes. Oh man, 5 minutes after 6 o'clock in the morning. My name is Brian Craig. You are listening to Florida's longest running radio show. That's right, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. It is Monday, October the 4th, 2021. Welcome everyone to the program. And man, do we got a lot going on today. You know, like everything else Joe Biden touches, the Democrat Party is going to you know what. I don't have to say what it is. You know where they're going because Joe Biden's involved in it. And, you know, Joe Biden, if you think about it, and I'll throw this out there as an example, in his 1/2 of a century in Washington, now this is a very serious question. In his 1/2 of a century in Washington, can you tell me one thing that he's gotten involved in that has not turned to complete garbage? That has not been a complete disaster? Can you think of anything? Right? Can you? And everything we've seen him get involved in lately has turned just that, right? This $3.5 trillion bill, total disaster. Afghanistan, a disaster. Everything's a disaster. They're trying to cancel Christmas now. You know, so the Democrat Party's in big trouble because they picked Joe Biden to lead it, who's never led anything. And the liberal activists have made a move since we last spoke that has really messed things up for them. Have you seen this thing that happened with Senator Sinema? Oh my goodness. I'm going to play you the audio of this in just a moment. This is from Trending Politics, but it's being reported everywhere, including Fox News and Newsmax. Left-wing insurrectionists stalk Kyrsten Sinema and follow her into the bathroom to push a radical agenda. Well, more specifically, there was no bath or shower in there. It's a ladies' room. She was followed into a ladies' room. Arizona Senator Kyrsten Sinema got a dose of the radical left's bathroom politics at Arizona State University as she attempted to use the restroom in between her teaching duties at the college. Blanca, an AZ immigrant youth, that's why Bianca, an Arizona immigrant youth, confronts Senator Sinema inside her classroom where the senator teaches, or where she teaches at ASU. This is poorly written. Does Kyrsten Sinema is teaching a class out there? Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Lucha, Arizona said about the video in 2010. I'll play you the audio. I'm not going to read you what they said. I'm not going to read you the transcript. I'll just play the audio. Jack Posobiec tweeted this: breaking news, a crowd of insurrectionists just chased Senator Sinema into a bathroom at Arizona State University, screaming at her while that's Senator Sinema, while Senator Sinema hid inside of a stall. No Capitol Police in sight for the female senator. So let me play you this audio. It's very strange, and I'll tell you why this is a disaster for the Democrats. So here, and these girls, well, I don't know, are they both girls? these liberal insurrectionists, these liberal activists, these liberal immigration activists at Arizona State University, not only did they chase her into the ladies' room, if they still have ladies' rooms. What do they call ladies' rooms now? I don't know. But man, isn't that too gender specific these days? But they chased Senator Sinema into the ladies' room, and they filmed it and posted everything online and bragged about it on the Twitter so that we could have it here. So here it is. Senator Sinema chased into the ladies' room into a stall by these left-wing lunatics.
Hey, I'll be back.
Sit we want to talk to you. Want to talk to you?
Hi, actually, I am heading out.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, did you hear that? That's a male voice. That's a male voice. What is the penalty for a man to follow a woman into a ladies' room? Is that in itself a crime? If you're a man and you're stalking and chasing and following a woman down a hallway and you follow her in the ladies' room, is that some type of crime? Can someone let me know? What would that crime be? Like if I were at the mall and there was some lady I didn't like and I'm following her with my phone, filming her on my cell phone, and I go into the ladies' room while I'm filming in the ladies' room, have I committed a crime? That's a male voice. Oh, man.
Hey, I'll be back.
Sit we want to talk to you real quick. Want to talk to you real quick?
Hi, actually, I am heading out.
Right now is a real moment that our people need in order for us to be able to talk about what's really happening. We need a Build Back Better plan right now.
We not that door. We need solutions to the Build Back Better plan. We have the solutions that we need. We knocked on doors for you to get you elected, and just how we got you elected, we can get you out of office if you don't support what you promised us.
We need 7 million citizenship for 7 million. We need the Build Back Better plan right now.
Okay, now there's Senator Sinema has flushed the toilet. They chase her from the classroom down the hallway into the ladies' room. This man and this woman, okay? Sinema goes into the stall, shuts it, and there's a flush, and still they're out there filming.
My name is Blanca. I was brought here to the United States when I was 3 years old. And in 2010, my grandparents both got deported because of SB 1070. And I'm here because I definitely believe that we need this pathway to citizenship. My grandfather passed away 2 weeks ago, and I was not able to go to Mexico and visit him because there is no pathway to citizenship. And if we have the opportunity to pass it right now, then we need to do it because there's millions of undocumented people just like me who share the same story or even worse things that happen to them because of SB 1070 and because of anti-immigrant legislation. And this is the opportunity to pass it right now, and we need to hold you accountable to what you told us, what you promised us that you were going to pass when we knocked on doors.
Now Sinema is washing her hands. That's good. She washed her hands.
For you. It's not right.
Now she's drying her hands.
I'm a survivor of human trafficking, and it's because of the lack of worker protections that we don't have in the gig economy. I need you to stand by workers. Lots of people who are like me who became homeless and
Okay, so that's the end of it. So she's chased into the bathroom by a man who's filming, an illegal alien who's in there, and then someone who was illegally brought into the country and sex trafficked. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine? Now here's the big screw up that they've done. This is the big screw up they've done. Now what can Sinema do? She's got to stand firm now. There's no more negotiating with Sinema. They have put her in a position where she can't be moved now. She's going to have to stand strong like she's been doing the whole time. Wow. This is a great time, people. I don't think those of you on the Trump train with me realize what an incredible time we are in. How many times have you heard President Trump say, you can say what you want. President Trump says this all the time in rallies. You can say what you want about Democrats, but they stick together no matter what. Well, Joe Biden, like everything else, destroyed that. They do not stick by one another. Not anymore. There is incredible division inside the Democrat Party at all levels. And this business with Sinema, where's her security? And I'll tell you, I saw this on conservative news outlets and Fox News today and Newsmax. Have you seen this in any of the mainstream media? You know, in the aftermath of the Capitol breach, members of Congress who were stalked by men, followed by men, and with other criminals, because we have these are illegal immigrants and a man who sounds like he may be illegal as well. I don't know. He didn't say. He didn't volunteer it like the ladies did. You have 3 people chasing a sitting member of the United States Senate into a ladies' room. One of them's a man, being very confrontational. At least 2 of them are criminals because they're in the country illegally. They may all be criminals. Well, in fact, I think they are no matter what, because the man is in the ladies' room, which has got to be a crime, even unless he identifies as a lady at ASU. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Where is the outrage? Why is it that we on the Trump train have to defend Democrats against insurrectionists, illegal immigrants, and stalking men with cell phone cameras? Oh my goodness. I want to hear your thoughts on this. And the big screw up is now Sinema, she has to stand strong. She can't change her vote now after that bit of it. Is that the kind of government you guys want on the left? Where sitting members of the Senate are chased into stalls of ladies' rooms by men, intimidating them to vote a certain way? What the heck? This isn't Mexico. This isn't Guatemala. This is America. I want to hear your thoughts on this at 1-888-GO-CANE-1. Oh my goodness. 1-888-465-2631. It's a toll-free call no matter where you are listening to us from. 1-888-465-2631. Now is the time to start doing your Christmas shopping. There's no doubt about it. Here we are. We're in October now. My wife and I already started our Christmas shopping. And this is the time to do it, especially at mypillow.com. Let me tell you this, okay? We buy a lot of gifts for people at mypillow.com, my wife and I. We always use the promo code KANE at checkout, K-A-N-E. There is something there for everyone on your gift-giving list. And this is the time to do it because of these incredible specials that are going on right now at mypillow.com. Go to mypillow.com, click on the television specials. Use our promo code KANE at checkout, K-A-N-E, and get the MyPillow mattress topper for 50% off. 50% off the MyPillow mattress topper. I don't care who's on your gift-giving list. Your children, your wife, your husband, your in-laws, your mom, your dad, whoever it is, they will, for many years to come, think of that gift each and every year, that MyPillow mattress topper. And this is an all-time low that I promise you will not last. They're going to start to run out of sizes on certain mattress sizes. Right now they've got everything. Twin, queen, RV queen, single, king, California king, split king. Every size of mattress there is, you can find it right there. Now again, go to mypillow.com. Click on the television specials. You heard me right. I know we're on the radio, but the television specials are accessible to you with our promo code KANE. Get the MyPillow mattress topper for...
To make an informed decision about your plan for you and your family. I Will Advisor specializes in every aspect of Medicare and what options are most likely to help or hurt you. And that way you can get a plan that fits your life.
He'll be a hero in Arizona, and so will Manchin if he does that smart thing.
Well, what they did with Sinema, now they put Sinema in a position where she's got to stand strong against this. She cannot allow herself to be intimidated by people like this. So she's going to have to stand strong.
If she switches parties, they can't do nothing. They got to shut up. She becomes a hero in Arizona. Listen, Doc.
She very well could become an independent, an official independent. There have been senators that have switched parties while they're in the Senate, and she could become an independent like that. It wouldn't shock me.
I think she could become a Republican while she's a sitting senator. It doesn't matter what.
I don't know enough about the state politics of Arizona to know if she'd want to do that. I can't. Obviously, she could do any of these things.
Arizona is red. Let me tell you. So is Manchin. Manchin is they don't have to take this crap anymore.
They could just switch them, and they will be reelected and reelected by Republicans, and they won't be harassed by Democrats.
Yeah.
This is baloney. I mean, this is such baloney. It's got me so upset. It woke me up.
Well, this is scary because Sinema has no security with her, which is amazing when you think about how high profile she is this week. No security. She's followed into the stall of a ladies' room by 3 people. At least 2 of them are criminals. One's a man, and where's security?
Well, you remember that Mexican singer that was murdered by her own band?
Selena.
Yeah, these are celebrities. They really have, but who the heck would think you need a security to get into a toilet?
Well, apparently you do now. Apparently you do. Yeah, and they feel so, it's amazing the entitlement. I was brought here at 3 and I can't go back to Mexico. You can go back, you just got to walk. She could go to Mexico and get back in. She just have to walk.
Well, let me tell you, she didn't have an American accent either. She didn't have a Latin accent. She sounded like a...
Well, does your wife have an accent from Venezuela?
Yes.
Okay.
But she was born and she was in Venezuela most.
Well, in Arizona, obviously you have a lot of Spanish speakers there, that, like in Miami, that live in an entire Spanish life. Yeah.
Well, Cubans. Listen, I spoke to Cubans that actually speak perfect English, second generation, and as young as that, they learned on the street. They spoke fluent Spanish and fluent English. But the point being that this girl has to call. She's here illegally and has to call her, verbally attack you. I threaten her that we got you elected. We'll have you
and film it and put it. And they're all 3 filming it because we have video of the first girl that's videoing, and then we got the second girl who's filming her videoing Sinema with the guy there, and they put it up on Twitter like they're heroes.
Yeah, exactly. And let me tell you something. The man in charge of this whole thing, okay, when he went to the Capitol on Friday.
Oh, what a joke.
I looked at him, the way he was dressed, the way he walks. He walks like I hate to say this, like he's having a problem walking. It looks like what's running down his leg. I mean, this guy is he looks like he's got a diaper on. You're like walking. Well,
the way he was, when there was that one camera angle when he was walking with Pelosi from the front, and he was scooting his feet like George Burns did, when he was an old man, and he was acting like an old man. Mm-hmm. So pathetic, like a what? Brian, this is a disgrace. He doesn't even walk. He walks like he's going to fall over. I mean, look, I'm a 73-year-old man. Listen, age hits everybody. Hits some people faster than others. Well, we don't know for sure, but I think Joe Biden was one of those martini lunch guys every day, starting at about 10 or 11 his whole life, and it's caught up to him.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree with you, but this is a disgrace, and I think that, like I said, I won't repeat, but Sinema should think about becoming an independent or Republican.
This has happened before. I can't remember well, Joe Lieberman's one. Joe Lieberman, he was the Democrat nominee for president with Al Gore, and he became an independent while in the Senate, and there have been others that have done this. And as close, as razor thin as these majorities are, that's a big deal.
Still, a lot of them would still caucus with the Democrats.
I don't think Sinema would.
I think she'll be reelected if she'll be a hero with the Republicans.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Richie the bus driver, take care. Bernie Sanders was saying over the weekend that 2 senators shouldn't be able to hold these things up. And you've heard all this talk going on this week. And I did a live stream on YouTube on Saturday morning. Some of you were there, and I talked about this. A book that used to be required reading for every 8th grader in America, but because it hasn't been written by Toni Morrison or Maya Angelou and is not on the Oprah Winfrey Book Club, it's probably no longer read in schools. I don't know. It's the author was Senator John F. Kennedy, who went on to be President John F. Kennedy. Profiles in Courage. Any of you ever have to read Profiles in Courage when you were in school? It's really a cool book. And Senator Kennedy, not Ted Kennedy, John Kennedy, who went on to be president, But President Kennedy wrote Profiles in Courage, and it was about, the number that pops in my head is 5, but the number may be different. But what Profiles in Courage is about, he wrote it when he was in the Senate. It's about United States senators who stood up against the party and voted the way that they thought was right, regardless of what the party thought. And even still today, the Kennedys every year give out the Profiles in Courage Award. Now they give it out to people like Buttigieg and people like that. They don't give it out to courageous people. But Manchin and Sinema are two examples, especially Sinema, are two examples of Profiles in Courage. And if the Kennedys were legitimately giving out that award, they would give it to Manchin and Sinema, especially Sinema. And I'll tell you, this audio, it would be bad enough if it was Manchin, but to do this to a woman, you know, this donor filed a police report against Corey Lewandowski for doing this. Now I want you to ask you, think about this now. If I followed a public official who's a woman into the ladies' room, what would happen to me? I'd get arrested. Oh man, I tell you, 1-888-GO-CANE1. That is our number, 1-888-465-2631. I want to tell you about my anti-aging doctor, Dr. Mitch Matez at the BioStation, and hormone replacement pellet therapy. Hormone replacement pellet therapy is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I've been a patient of Dr. Matez for 5 years, and I became a patient when I turned 45. I'm now 50, and what hormone replacement pellet therapy does, it restores your hormone levels, and this is all natural. These are natural, all natural hormones. Restores your hormone levels to where they were when you were in your 20s. It's absolutely amazing. And of course, it gives you your energy back, gives you your sex drive back. It stops hair loss in its tracks. The hair you have left grows back thicker and fuller. This is both the case for men and women. It will change your life. They're tiny little pellets about the size of a grain of rice before water is added. And he inserts them into your hips. It's completely painless. He's really amazing. Dr. Matez inserts them into your hip himself. Absolutely amazing and easy. And boom. I mean, my energy levels are out of this world. It's absolutely amazing. And I've talked to you guys, meeting listeners before and after they become patients of Dr. Mitch Matez and start hormone replacement pellet therapy at the BioStation. You know, I've seen these guys and ladies so many times, and they're walking, they're like, you know, like Joe Biden, they're scooting their feet. What? Is it pudding night or Jello? Where's my mommy? And then I'll see them, after they've started hormone replacement therapy with Dr. Mitch Matez, and they won't even have to tell me. I can tell they're standing up strong. Hey Brian, how are you? And they shake my hand and they squeeze my hand with strength. It's absolutely that much of a transformation. By the way, if you're suffering from cognitive decline, as comes with aging, it helps with that big time too. And Dr. Matez has patients all the way up into their 90s, and of course younger like me. It's a completely free consultation for listeners of the Steve Kane Show. Okay? Now, that's true. Everybody else has to pay for it. But if you're a listener of the Steve Kane Radio Show, it's a no-charge consultation over there at the BioStation with Dr. Mitch Matez. Here is the number. And by the way, women, this is for you too. Women, the signs and symptoms of menopause are stopped in their tracks and completely reversed with hormone replacement pellet therapy. Mood swings gone, night sweats gone, vaginal dryness gone and reversed. You know, it's amazing. And it really, people, men and women that I've met, it takes years off their appearance. It's amazing. Here's the number, 561-320-8893. Now, when you call, make sure you mention you heard them on the radio so that you get that free consultation with Dr. Mitch Matez. 561-320-8893. 561-320-8893. We'll be right back after this.
The Steve Kane Show is brought to you by attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Are you concerned with the distribution of your assets at the time of your passing? Avoid probate. Call the Siegel Law Group with 9 offices throughout South Florida, from Palm Beach Gardens to Coral Gables. Call toll-free 1-855-FLA-3782.
Hi, this is George Corey of the Soul Authority. In this time of social distancing and sheltering in place, many people have been forced to neglect their feet. We at the Soul Authority are making it possible for you to still take care of your feet while remaining in your home, as we will send a doctor to your house for all of your podiatric needs. The best part of all is that Medicare pays for this visit. So, if you're a Medicare recipient, give the Soul Authority a call today at 954-597-7060. That's 954-597-7060. Don't let social distancing stop you from taking care of your feet. Call the Soul Authority today.
Do you think you've come in contact with someone who has coronavirus? Steve Kane's wife Lori did, and she went to any lab test now of Coral Springs to find out if she has coronavirus.
So I came into contact with somebody who tested positive for COVID, and I was scared, and I needed results right away, so I went to any lab test now in Coral Springs. It was great. I didn't want to have to stay in line for 2 hours and have a swab stuck down my nose into my brain. It was very pleasant. I made an appointment. They got me in within the hour. I was out of there within 20 minutes. Thank goodness the test was negative, and I can go back to work tomorrow. They also tested me for the antibodies, and I haven't been exposed. So do what I did. Go over to any lab test now of Coral Springs. They give great rates for Steve Kane listeners, and tell them we sent you.
It's worth 15 minutes of your time to have peace of mind and know that you and your family are safe. Any lab test now of Coral Springs is located at 955 North University Drive on the southeast corner of University and Ramblewood near the Coral Square Mall. You can call them at 954-906-5983.
Hey guys, good morning again. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Everyone like the video. That helps a lot.
Plaza, where the Western Beef is, south of Palmetto Park Road and north of Hillsboro. Call them at 561-237-5009. 561-237-5009. Make sure you tell them you heard about them on the radio.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for WW.
Oh man, welcome back everyone. 34 minutes after 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm Brian Craig. This is the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest running radio show. Good morning, you're on the radio. Oh, the liberals, we're hearing from the liberals. Liberals are up early. The liberals aren't up early, they just haven't gone to bed yet. Conservatives have to go to bed early, they're getting up for work. All right, now, before I move on, let me play this again. Now, if you're just tuning in, I played this at the top. We're going to have to play this at least once an hour throughout the show for people that are just waking up, tuning in. It is Morning Drive, after all. Oh, man. So, the Democrats have screwed up. Sinema, Senator Sinema, apparently she teaches a class at Arizona State University. I did not know this. Yes. She gets chased and stalked by 3 illegal aliens from her classroom, down the hallway, into the ladies' room, even into the stall in the bathroom. 3 illegal aliens, one of them a man, chased her and filmed her and harassed Senator Sinema. Let me play the audio. This is crazy town. Listen.
Great, I'll be back.
Said that we want to talk to you.
Actually, I am heading out.
Right now is a real moment that our people need in order for us to be able to talk about what's really.
Our people need what? Who are your people? Perverts? Men who are perverts that follow women? They're filming. I've heard many stories of people getting arrested for having cameras inside women's restrooms. If you were at Target today, ladies, and you walked into the ladies' room and you were followed in by 3 people, one of them's a man, and they're all filming you, what would you do? You'd go to security and the cops and they'd get busted, wouldn't they? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Crazy.
Okay, I'll be back.
Said that we want to talk to you real quick.
Actually, I am heading out.
Right now is a real moment that our people need in order for us to be able to talk about what's really happening. We need a Build Back Better plan right now.
We knocked on doors. We need solutions to the Build Back Better plan.
Boy, they got all Biden's talking points. We need a Build Back Better plan right now. We need to build back better. What do these people want to build back better program? What do they need a build back better program for? What are they trying to build back, and how will it be better?
We have the solutions that we need.
We knocked on doors for you to get you elected, and just how we got you elected, we can get you out of office if you don't support what you promised us.
We need 7 million citizenship for 7 million.
We need citizenship for 7 million. So they've got a female United States senator cornered in a bathroom stall in a toilet making demands for 7 million. This is like those hijackings back in Beirut in the 80s. How terrifying it would be, women, if you went into the ladies' room and you had 3 people stalk you and chase you in, filming you, and one of them's a man, would you be scared? Would you be terrified? Would you be concerned? And they're making demands on you? We need, excuse me.
We need a Build Back Better plan right now.
We knocked on doors. We need solutions to build that better plan. We have the solutions that we need.
We knocked on doors for you to get you elected, and just how we got you elected, we can get you out of office if you don't support what you promised us.
We need 7 million citizenship for 7 million. We need the Build Back Better plan right now.
My name is Blanca. I was brought here to the United States when I was 3 years old. And in 2010, my grandparents both got deported because of SB 1070. And I'm here because I definitely believe that we need this pathway to citizenship. My grandfather passed away.
Yeah, there is a pathway to citizenship. Melania took it. It's called you apply, and you go through a process. You don't follow members of government, high-ranking members of government, into toilets and make demands upon them. I know that may be how they do things in Guatemala and Honduras.
2 weeks ago, and I was not able to go to Mexico and visit him because there is no pathway to citizenship. And if we have the opportunity to pass it right now, then we need to do it, because there's millions of undocumented people just like me who share the same story or even worse things that happen to them because of SB 1070 and because of anti-immigrant legislation. And this is the opportunity to pass it right now, and we need to hold you accountable to what you told us, what you promised us that you were going to pass when we knocked on doors for you. It's not right.
I'm a survivor of human trafficking, and it's because of a lot of worker protections that we don't have in the gig economy. I need you to stand by workers. Lots of people who are like me who became homeless and
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How frightening for Senator Sinema. And she stood up to them. I wonder when she went into the toilet, did she really go or did she just flush it? I don't know. But she was very smart to wash her hands on camera, because if she didn't wash her hands when she came out of the stall, the liberal media would be very upset about not washing her hands, because that's a big thing with these people. They'd have Fauci and Dr. Sanjay Gupta on talking about how hand washing is important, because that's the real offense. Now, obviously this is going to be carried on conservative media. But how do you think this is going to play on Democrat media? This intimidation of really insurrectionists making demands on a United States senator invading a very private and personal space, a toilet. Oh my goodness. Good morning, you're on the radio.
Hello?
Yes, you're on the air. What's your name?
Yeah, my name's Chris. And I'm from Illinois, really fast state. But I wanted to know if those two were illegal and they got her into her position, how did they vote?
Well, they said they didn't say that. They said they knocked on doors, I guess, getting awareness out. So they obviously they don't have jobs. I mean, I don't have time to knock on doors. I got to be at work, you know. I mean, let me ask you this, though, because I'm glad you called. First lady of the day. If you were going into a public restroom and you were followed by 3 people filming you and one of them was a man, would you be scared? Would that be frightening as a woman?
I think I would have turned around and walked another way to it.
Well, she did. They started down the hallway and she went into the ladies' room because she figured she'd get some privacy or at least lose the man, and they went right in. Didn't stop them. They didn't miss a beat. Yeah, she was trying. Yeah.
I think she did a great job. She didn't respond to him. She just did her thing and moved on.
Yeah.
And at that point, that would have used against her.
That's right. Hey, take care, Illinois. Good morning. You're on the radio. Hey, John, what's up?
Can vote.
Well, I think that's the least of our problems right now. We're trying to talk about the incident at hand. I mean, what do you think would happen to you or me, John, if you or I followed a woman into a ladies' room, filming her on a video on our phones, and making demands upon her, what do you think would happen to us? Forgetting the fact that it's a United States Senator, do you think that they would call the police?
Yeah, I've been in jail. I know that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you follow a woman into a ladies' room, that's kind of like, that's like a flasher. I mean, that's like a perversion.
It is.
Yeah. I know, it's scary. Where's the police? Have they been identified yet? Have police reports been filed? Is there a call from CNN to get to the bottom of this and stop this? And yeah, where the Capitol Police? Where are the Capitol Police?
Where are the IDs? No.
Well, it's got to be against the law. It's got to be against the law to follow a woman into a ladies' room if you're a man and make demands upon her. There's got to be some law against that, and you enhance it by the fact that they're a sitting member of the United States Senate. There's got to be some that could be a felony.
It's assault, in my mind.
Well, when I've had liberals do this to me with cell phone videos, and these liberals, they use the cell phone videos to intimidate you, and it may seem ridiculous unless you've been a victim of it, but when someone is putting a phone in your face and recording you, you feel violated.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, John. Take care. And catch your breath. All right, we're going to take our last break of the first hour. It's Monday morning, October 4th. Oh, my goodness. We are here live Monday through Friday from 6 until 9 a.m. I want to tell you guys, about Laporta Contracting. The job they have done to Steve Kane's house is amazing. Steve neglected his roof. He had a little wet spot on his ceiling. He totally neglected it. And, of course, when you have a wet spot on your ceiling, that means you've got a leak in your roof. And, by the way, his leak was down on his first. He's got a 2-story house, Steve. So the wet ceiling was on the first floor. So it come all the way through, and they ignored it. So one leak became a bigger leak, bigger wet spot, and then a wet spot here, a wet spot there. Next thing you know, you got a wet spot everywhere. And Steve had massive damage. The roof totally trashed because he neglected it. Almost half of the drywall in his home had absorbed that water for God knows how long, and that deadly black mold had grown throughout. And I remember I'd been to Steve's house, and it kind of didn't smell too good, but I didn't say anything because I'm being polite. I didn't realize it was black mold. I thought it was the dogs, But no, it was deadly black mold. So Steve got a new roof. About half the drywall has been replaced. There was a lot of other damage. And Laporta Contracting, Tom Laporta did the whole job. They did an incredible job. They did it fast. They dealt with his HOA. They did it at a very good price as well. And let me tell you, the roof Steve has on his home is beautiful. He got a different style roof than he had before, and his house is now the kind of house where people on the block stop to look at the roof. It's so amazing. So call Tom Laporta at Laporta Contracting. He'll do a free roof inspection. He doesn't just do single-family homes. He also does commercial property, churches, condominiums. He'll deal with your HOA or condo association for you, and he does very good work. This is his number. He's a good MAGA guy, and this number rings directly to Tom Laporta's cell phone, 954-604-4602, 954-604-4602, online, LaportaContracting.com. All right, we'll be back right after this. Don't you go anywhere.
We've got you covered. AM 1470, FM 95.3, 96.9. South Florida's FM Money Talk Radio Network. WWNN, Pompano Beach.
Stop paying an outrageous fortune for your tires. Go easy on your budget and buy your tires at Friendly Tire in Margate, where they have all the major brands like Goodyear and Firestone at discount prices that absolutely can't be beaten. Steve Kane's tires for his Toyota van at the other shops, $175 a tire. At Friendly Tire, just $75 a tire. That's a $100 savings per tire. Tires for my daughter Emily's car, $135 at the shops around town. The price at Friendly Tire, only $65. That's a $70 savings per tire. These prices are out the door and on the road. Free mounting and balancing and no added charges. Friendly Tire have a great selection of good used tires too, starting at just $30 for most cars. Call my good buddy Friendly Mike at Friendly Tire. Tell him what you drive and he will give you a great low price right over the phone at 954-977-9445. 954-977-9445. Online, friendlytire.net.
If you suffer with diabetes, did you know there's a 25% chance that you will develop a foot ulcer at some point in your life? And foot ulcers, when you have diabetes, can lead to severe health consequences up to and including amputation. Now, Medicare recognizes the importance of preventative foot care and has provided coverage for those of you who are at-risk patients. I want to introduce you to my good friends at the Soul Authority. At the Soul Authority, at little or no cost, you can receive your very own pair of therapeutic shoes made specially for diabetics. You're probably not aware, but as a diabetic Medicare recipient, you are entitled to one pair of high-quality diabetic shoes with 3 custom inserts per year. These are not the ugly Frankenstein shoes. These are name brand shoes. They're stylish. They'll provide you with the extra width and extra depth to stop diabetic foot problems before they begin. Oftentimes, amputation due to diabetes is preventable, and one of the preventable measures that is most effective is wearing the proper shoes. Call the Soul Authority at 954-597-7060 or online at thesoulauthority.com. That's THESOLE authority.com. Tell them Steve Kane sent you.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio.
Yes. All right, we're back. Now, Sinema and Manchin are getting all this heat. They're not the only Democrats opposed to this $3.5 trillion payoff to all the donors. That's because that's what it is. You know, I was talking last week on Friday on the show, and I was talking to one of the callers, and they're like, this is in the bill, that's in the bill. Most of these things in the bill are never going to happen. People will just get paid to make things happen that'll never happen. Like when Obama passed his huge stimulus bill, and then nothing got done, and he says, well, those shovel-ready projects weren't as shovel-ready as we thought, but the companies still got the money. So, you know, it's total corruption. It's total corruption. But Sinema and Manchin are not the only Democrats opposing this. The Squad. You know, Presley, I read this over the weekend. It's crazy. Presley, the bald Squad member, do you know that she has introduced a bill to pay for wigs for people? Isn't that crazy? She's now some bald advocate, like a Lex Luthor type. But the Squad are against this bill too, and they're not being harassed. They might get reprimanded publicly by Biden, but they're not being harassed by Democrat activists. They're being embraced. AOC, who's a complete lunatic, she was holding court out in front of the Capitol in the mall, surrounded by a bunch of supporters, wearing a pantsuit, dancing around like a lunatic as she was speaking. But she was talking to her supporters who agreed with her doing this. She was telling her supporters why she is not supporting this bill. This is AOC. Now, why aren't they harassing AOC? Why aren't they following AOC into the ladies' room? But here's AOC talking to her supporters, her sycophants, out at the Washington Mall.
Better than nothing?
Yeah, that's right.
Isn't something better than nothing? And you know what we have to say? I stood up in front of the caucus and I said, you know, there might be an easy thing for some of you all to say. Because when a bill passes that is underfunded, that only gives a crumb, you get that crumb. Because when you only give some and not all, then some people get nothing.
Oh.
Yeah. Some people get nothing.
Yeah.
Who gets nothing? We get nothing.
Yep, we get nothing.
Yeah.
So, you know, standing up there in that Capitol, and I was like, I don't know if y'all know yet by now, but I'm from the Bronx.
Are you really, AOC, from the Bronx? Are you really?
When you tell me isn't something better than nothing, what I hear, what you're actually telling me, isn't something for you better?
Yep. Yeah.
Isn't something for you better? And why don't you accept nothing so that I can get something?
Yeah.
That's what is actually being.
Okay. Now, so the Squad are opposed to this. Why are the Squad not being villainized by Democrat activists or the mainstream media? Why is it only Sinema and Manchin? It's because they're a special protected class. And I saw on Friday one of the Congress people was talking about the Squad, and they said, you know, a lot of these people, they're not politicians, they're activists, and it's their way or the highway. They're never open for compromise. This is great. This is a division among the Democrats that we have never seen before. They've got division in the Senate. They've got division in the House of Representatives. They've got division in the White House between the different. We have never had this happen before. The Democrats stick together like white on rice. And not anymore. Joe Biden's wrecked everything. And this is something that we should sit back, get the popcorn out, and enjoy it. Pelosi's talking about, well, they're going to have a vote by Halloween. Halloween? It's the 4th of October right now. What do you mean Halloween? That means it's hopeless. It's hopeless. Talking about Halloween? Oh, man. They need that much time? You know, it's amazing. You know, Sinema and Manchin could ask for anything they wanted right now, and they would get it. Now, Kamala Harris, did you see her? She's totally checked out. She flew out to California for some reason nobody knows and flew back, didn't tell the press. And then there's a picture of her in the news speed walking somewhere this morning. Have you seen that in the news? Her speed walking with her husband. And she wants nothing to do with it. She wants nothing to do with it. I think Kamala's enjoying it as much as we are. She doesn't like Biden. She said he's a racist. She doesn't like Pelosi. Pelosi treats her with disrespect because she views her as Willie Brown's girlfriend still. This is one of the most exciting times. Certainly, this is the best time for the MAGA movement since Inauguration Day, because it's been a rough few months. Now, there's also some fake news going out there that President Trump is attacking Ron DeSantis. This is not true. You know, the mainstream media are trying to cause division. They're trying to divide MAGA. They're trying to put Trump against DeSantis, DeSantis against Trump. It ain't going to happen. These two are tight. They are tight. They are very close personal friends. They love one another. And it was reported yesterday that Trump said if DeSantis runs against him, he'll beat him like I beat everybody else. Well, they left out the first part of it. The first part, President Trump said, if I were to run, Ron DeSantis would not run. He'd drop out. President Trump said if Ron DeSantis was running for president in 2024 and he started running, he jumped into the race, DeSantis would drop out. Then he said, but if he didn't, I'd beat him. He didn't go and attack Ron DeSantis. Don't believe any of that nonsense. It's all fake news, people. It's all fake news. Don't believe any of it. Now, we're coming up on the top of the hour. Steve Kane will be joining us after the top of the hour break. Those of you on hold, stand by. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE-1. 888-465-2631. And here, you know, it's October, and you're going to hear me say this a lot because this is time to start Christmas shopping. My wife and I, we start Christmas shopping. We start Christmas shopping around this time every year. And then by the time December comes around, we got everything. We've already had Christmas gifts arrive at the front door, and there is no better place to do your Christmas shopping than My Pillow. All right? Now, MyPillow.com has incredible specials. The great Mike Lindell is offering listeners of the Steve Kane Show, and any special you see at MyPillow.com you can take advantage of with the promo code Kane at checkout, K-A-N-E. And I'm talking a lot about this mattress topper special because this is the all-time lowest price ever on the MyPillow mattress topper, and it will not last. I'm telling you, it will not last. I sleep on the MyPillow mattress topper every night. I have since April, and it is life-changing. I am getting a full night rested sleep for the first time in my adult life. I am waking up when my alarm goes off in the morning. I don't wake up early, 5 minutes early, an hour early, half hour. I sleep the night through right until my alarm goes off with that MyPillow mattress topper. Comes with a 10-year warranty. It's it's got a cover that zips on and off. It's machine washable and dryable. There's no wires, nothing. You just 4 straps, boom, 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 and it doesn't slip or slide on the mattress either. It fits perfectly and snugly, and you won't have any problems with that. It's absolutely amazing. Oh, yeah, and it's made right here in the United States, which is a big deal, too. And on top of that, not only are you supporting the Steve Kane Show, you're supporting the great Mike Lindell and everything that Mike Lindell is doing for us and President Trump as well. So go to MyPillow.com, click on the television specials, use our promo code Kane at checkout, K-A-N-E, and get the MyPillow mattress topper for 50% off. The all-time lowest price ever, 50% off, but you've got to use the promo code Kane at checkout, K-A-N-E. Again, MyPillow.com, click on the television specials. You'll see Mike Lindell on television, and it says television specials, K-A-N-E, at checkout, Kane, K-A-N-E, and save 50% off the MyPillow mattress topper. They come in every size, okay, from twin and every size in between, including RV Queen, California King, Split King, single, every size of bed there is, they got it. And these make great gifts. They're great gifts for your kid, great gift for your spouse, your grandparents, anyone on your gift-giving list. And at this price, boom. And it's a gift that they will remember for years to come. So 50% off the MyPillow mattress topper, but you've got to use the promo code Kane at checkout, K-A-N-E. You can also order by phone, 1-800-716-4879. 1-800-716-4879. We'll be right back with the second hour, and Steve Kane will be joining us after this.
Got you covered. AM 1470, FM 95.3, 96.9. South Florida's FM Money Talk Radio Network. WWNN, Pompano Beach.
Seniors, Medicare open enrollment is quickly approaching. Make sure you get the right coverage.
My mic is stuck here.
Call Debbie at
Be right back,
Will Advisors, 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
You've heard Steve Kane talk about the great work and the incredible prices at Dr. Gupta's Brighton Dental. Richie the bus driver called Steve Kane on the air and told him about his experience at Brighton Dental.
Good morning. I have to talk about Brighton Dental because your sponsor is a miracle worker. I broke my tooth. I fractured it and went backwards in my mouth.
Oh my
front top tooth. I put it back into the socket. It felt like it was falling out. I had pain. I couldn't even eat spaghetti. And I was going to a wedding in New York 2 days later, and I said, what am I going to do, you know? And the dentist here wanted to charge me $120 just to look at it and to tell me he couldn't do anything. I went to Dr. Gupta at Brighton Dental. I traveled 139 miles. I would do it again in a heartbeat, each way. Okay? The man sat and worked on my tooth for 2 hours, put a pin in it, put it back in place. I could eat anything I want. He said it was temporary. He did such a great job. It feels like permanent. I have no pain. I could eat anything I want now. And the fact of the matter, this is what really was unbelievable. I was getting on the bus to go to the reception, okay, in New York City. He knew I was in New York. The phone rings. Who do you think's on the line?
Dr. Gupta.
Right. He wants to see if everything is going okay and if I'm in any pain. The guy is unbelievably wonderful. I mean, thank you so much. I wouldn't have been able to eat. I wouldn't have been able to go. I would have looked like a pumpkin.
Everybody needs a great dentist, and of course, for you Steve Kane listeners, you have one. Dr. Gupta, and he's over there at Brighton Dental. He takes really good care of you. He's very conscientious. He's, dentistry is an art when you stop and you think about it. And Dr. Gupta certainly is an artist, and we're so pleased to have him with us.
Yeah, I just wanted them to know if you need a dentist, and the guy is so good at what he does, he's so gentle, and I mean, I don't like dentists. This guy is top shelf, and I'm going down to him to get it permanently put in, but right now, I don't have any pain. I can eat anything I want. Incredible.
Take Richie the bus driver's advice and go see Dr. Gupta at Brighton Dental. Call 954-922-4633. 954-922-4633.
Got it? Thank you.
The Steve Kane Show is brought to you by Attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Are you concerned with the distribution of your assets at the time of your passing? Avoid probate. Call the Siegel Law Group with 9 offices throughout South Florida, from Palm Beach Gardens to Coral Gables. Call toll-free 1-855-FLA-3782.
You are listening to South Florida's longest running radio show, The Steve Kane Show. To call the show toll free, dial 1-888-COCAINE-1. That's 1-888-COCAINE-1. And now, here's Steve Kane.
All right, we are back. Steve Kane joining us. Hour number 2. Hey, Steve. Oh, are you with us, Steve? Well, I guess Steve's not with us yet. I got word that he wanted to join us, and he's not there yet. Okay, well, let's go to the phones. You're on the radio. All right.
Hey, listen, this girl, she's got some issues. If I was Senator Sienna, I would turn around and told her, say, well, listen, if you're an undocumented immigrant, how did you vote for me?
Yeah. She said she knocked on doors for her. She said she knocked on doors for her, is what she said. She didn't say that. She didn't say she voted for her. She said she knocked on doors for her. No, let me play it again. Let's play it again. Hold on. This is for people that are just tuning in. Senator Sinema was followed into the bathroom by 3 illegal immigrants. One of them was a man into the ladies' room. Let me play the audio. Let's see what they said.
Okay, I'll be back.
Sinema, we want to talk to you real quick. Can we talk to you real quick?
Hi, actually, I am heading out.
Right now is a real moment that our people need in order for us to be able to talk about what's really happening. We need a Build Back Better plan right now.
We're not that worker. We need solutions. The Build Back Better plan. We have the solutions that we need.
We knocked on doors for you to get you elected, and just how we got you elected, we can get you out of office if you don't support what you promised us.
Okay, they knocked on doors. They didn't say voted. They didn't say voted. They knocked on doors.
But she said we got you voted in, so it's kind of the same thing in a roundabout way.
Well, what do you think? Now, one of them's a man who's making demands upon her while filming her in the ladies' room. Doesn't that sound like a crime?
In today's society, it's not, because hey, he could just say, hey, I identify as a woman, so I'm right where I should be.
No.
It's wrong.
No, you can't follow people into the bathroom, into a public restroom, filming them. You just can't do that, and especially if you're a man, and a member of the United States Senate, a sitting member of the Senate.
Well, see, here's the difference. You and I would not do that, but in today's society, you have men they'll go in and they'll go to the bathroom in the next stall to a woman. It's horrible, but you know, we're living.
That's not what happened here. This is at Arizona State University. She teaches a class there. They followed her from the classroom down the hallway, stalking her. She had no security, no protection. She obviously dodged into the ladies' room to try to escape, and they followed her, including the man, filming her the whole time, into the ladies' room.
Yeah, it's horrible, man. This society's getting bad. You know, especially, well, you know what? I'm not a big person on politicians because, you know, basically a lot of them are all ex-lawyers or lawyers, and they all lie.
Yeah.
But you know, listen, people have their personal space. You know what I mean? We like my opinion from Mr. Sienna might be different, but I'm not going to go on a call.
Well, why are they following her into the toilet, doing this? But AOC is holding court and is being celebrated at a Democrat pep rally for for doing the same thing Sinema's doing, opposing the bill.
Intimidation.
But why are they intimidating Sinema and not the squad, not AOC? They're celebrating AOC for doing the same.
Yeah, well, these are the two senators that are holding up this bill. It's not holding up this bill.
Okay. Yeah.
Two senators.
Well, the big screw up they made here is now Sinema's got to stand strong. She can't switch now. She can't have three illegal people that are criminals. She cannot have three criminals follow her into a toilet, making demands upon her, intimidating her, stalking her, and then change.
Like a Republican.
Yeah, they are. They probably think she is a Republican. They're pretty stupid.
What do they call the Democrats? They call them Dinos, right?
Yeah. Well, is she are these insurrectionists following a senator, intimidating them, making demands on their vote, or else? Are they insurrectionists?
Well, if you want to go by the new rules stated since January 6th, then I would say yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Guys would consider that.
Yeah. Insurrectionist. Yeah.
It's crazy the way this world is. This country's just turned upside down, topsy-turvy.
Mm-hmm. All right. Hey, thanks for the call.
And everything that used to be right is now wrong.
Yeah, that's right. You might be right. I might be crazy. All right. Good morning. You're on the radio.
Good morning, Brian.
Hey, Andrea. What's up?
Well, I just listened to that tape, and it sounds to me like, these people are the brown shirts. And if you listen very carefully to the program's message, we need for you to pass Biden's Build Back Better. That is very program-specific messaging. So to me, it sounds like those three people were sent out by the White House.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got the talking points. We need Build Back Better. We need Build Back Better now.
Well, yeah, great.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and I respect the senator's privacy, and that must have been a very tense situation for her. But sometimes, you have to confront these people. You can't be afraid of these people. I would have walked out and said...
She didn't seem afraid. She seemed pretty calm to me. When you watched the video, I was pretty impressed with her. But as a woman, if you had three people filming you, stalking you into a ladies' room, one of them's a man, you wouldn't be nervous? And isn't that a crime? Isn't that, this woman filed a police report against Corey Lewandowski for doing less than that.
Well, then that's what she should do. But me personally, I would have, once they entered the bathroom, because then it's very clear that this is now an attack.
Mm-hmm.
It's an intimidation, probably with intent.
Well, hey, that's how they roll down in Honduras and Guatemala. So I get this is just regular politics down in these third world places, I guess.
I would have just confronted them and been like, wait a minute, are you telling me that you're in this country illegally and now you're harassing a senator?
That's easy for you to say, but when you're a high-profile person like she is, you have no protection, no security, and you're cornered like that, it could get very dicey. I think Sinema handled herself very well.
Well, see, that's the difference between Sinema and the squad, because they have taxpayer-funded protection.
Well, every member of Congress is entitled to security. I'm sure she has it now.
Well, she would be foolish not to, but I agree with you. She can't.
And where, in the liberal media, I turned on CNN early this morning. I didn't see the story on CNN. I don't know if MSNBC and CNN will even carry it.
Well, you carried it. And
oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. And everybody knows nobody's watching standard TV anymore. Everybody who wants to know the truth is going to...
That's not true. You say that, and it seems that way because you don't, and I don't. Like Steve and I, years ago, there were these two people on the Oprah Winfrey Show who were swingers, and they were in disguise. And the voice sounded very familiar, and I called Steve up and told him to turn on Oprah, and it was some professional people that Steve and I knew many years ago. And I said, why would they go on Oprah with their swinging lifestyle? They're professional people. And he said because their whole world is swinging. They're in a bubble, a swinging bubble, and they don't realize that what they're doing is seen by people as what it is. So sometimes, that's an extreme example, but sometimes we're in bubbles. And because you're in a bubble where you don't watch the cable or network news, you assume no one does because you don't and the people in your circle don't. That's not the case. Many millions of people, millions upon millions of people, get their news from the mainstream media. Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, and the nightly news. And that's just the way it is. And that's why they don't cover a lot of these stories, because they figure if they don't cover it, their people will never know about it. And that's true oftentimes.
But I want to also address that AOC thing.
Mm-hmm.
So AOC talking about scraps. Oh, you mean like the scraps that they gave the American people while they're now fully funding billions for illegal immigrants? Those
Yeah.
are those the stuff that she's talking about? And she did not grow up in the Bronx. She grew up in a very rich suburb. AOC has not suffered a day in her life. She's out there playing revolutionary, and she's probably one of the most ineffective politicians on the Hill because she has not passed one piece of legislation. She is a Twitter politician.
Mm-hmm.
So she's the political actress of the Democratic Party.
Well, people think I'm crazy, but she is being groomed to be president one day when she grows up. She's not old enough yet, but chances are pretty good she'll be the senator after Schumer for New York.
Because she's easily manipulated, right? She doesn't have a strong opinion of her own. Only she develops opinions that people tell her to have.
Mm-hmm.
She's an open socialist. That's what she was taught to worship that ideology in college. She doesn't have an original.
Oh, but this is great. This division going on right now, Andrea, among the Democrats is something we've never witnessed or experienced, and it's wonderful. And I'm enjoying it. This is great. This is popcorn time.
You know what I thought is even more phenomenal? Is that Joe Biden went up to the Hill.
Leslie, $5 super chat. Thank you.
Went to Palm Beach. She was like, I'm out.
Yeah. That's why she got out of there. She wants nothing to do with this.
And secondly, what has she done? What has she done in 8 months? She hasn't done anything. Not one thing.
Well, vice presidents typically don't do much. What did Walter Mondale or Dan Quayle ever do? Or Al Gore or anything? They don't really do anything.
Mike, even though I detest him, Mike Pence, he handled the COVID stuff pretty good.
Well, that's because Trump brought him into the fold. The Bidens hate Kamala because of how she humiliated him in that first debate. So she's on the outs. She's not even in the loop. She doesn't know what the hell's going on. She's totally out of the loop. Hey, Andre, appreciate the call, though. All right? Take care. Good morning. You're on the radio.
Hey, how's it going? It's Jeff from the Ranches.
Hey, Jeff. What's up?
Really, really bothers me that there could be 3 illegal aliens following a sitting senator into the bathroom and nobody around to even say anything. I think she did a wonderful job, but there's got to be a man or a woman around. And at some point, maybe we need to start deputizing the kids.
Oh, no, you can't do that. But I'll tell you what, these 3 following her into the toilet, one of them being a man, there's no way that it is not a crime for a man to start filming ladies in the ladies' room. There's got to be some type of pervert crime that applies to that. I could not imagine.
But you can't let that happen. Someone's got to step in and stop that. I mean,
I'm sure she does now. She should have had somebody with her then. Well, you know, Arizona State, she's a Democrat. She's a Democrat. Arizona State University is a Democrat place. I guess she felt comfortable. I didn't think she realized what she was going to be up against there.
The issue, see, we take issue with it, but the Democrats would. So.
Yeah, I mean, if it happened to a Republican, the Democrats would be praising it. Here we are, Republicans, standing up for this intimidation against these illegal insurrectionists. And some of it has to do with the fact that she's a woman, too. You know, they didn't do this to Manchin.
That's true, very true. And, you know, Maxine Waters is telling everybody the insurgency is coming.
Yeah. All right, Jeff and the Ranchers, I got to run for a break, but good points. Thanks for the call. We'll take our break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
Seniors, Medicare open enrollment is quickly approaching. Call I Will Advisors for a free review of your existing healthcare policy and learn about all of your Medicare options. Call Debbie at 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
Hi, Brian Craig here. We've been telling you on the Steve Kane Show, for coronavirus testing, stop by any lab test now of Coral Springs and any lab test now of Boca. One of our longtime sponsors, Dr. Mitch Matez of the Boca Raton Center for Age Management, went to any lab test now of Boca for coronavirus testing this weekend, and he called in live on the radio to share his experience.
Listen, Brian, I have a great experience to tell you about. I went to any lab test now on Saturday to get COVID-19 tested. And it was awesome. We had a little experience where we had somebody in our close circle that tested positive after 10 days, by the way.
Yeah.
Went and had a test. It took 10 days to get the results. We all
But we
went
can't
into
tell
a little
them.
bit of a panic, obviously. So we called up any lab test now. It was about maybe 11:30 in the morning on Saturday. They said, come on right on over. I was anonymous. I didn't announce myself. We went over there. We got there about noon. We checked in. 2 minutes later, they took us back, did our test. We sat in the waiting room for less than 15 minutes. They brought us back, gave us our results, which were negative, and we were on our way home. And a little shout out to Brittany, the nice young
Yeah, that was an
lady who did our
expensive one. It's 256 megabytes.
It was quick, it was simple, it was easy, and it gave you both the IgM and the IgG antibodies, which tells you if you have the infection now or if you've been exposed to it in the past.
Now, you went to any lab test now of Boca?
Boca Raton, yeah, and the Sandalfoot.
Someone.
And you can't get the file from...
No, that's destroyed. Everything's corrupted. I didn't get the email. You just email me. An MP3 will email. It's a small enough file. But somebody was watching porn or something on one of the computers here. That's somebody. That's how you get viruses. Steve Kane Show. Yeah. There's a virus in one of the computers at the radio station. Is what we're talking about. And we're talking about how it could have gotten in there. And I told him someone was probably watching porn on one of the computers and downloaded something. I don't know.
North of Hillsborough on the east side of 441. Give them a call. 561-237-5009. 561-237-5009. Any lab test now of Coral Springs is located on the southeast corner of University and Ramblewood over by the Coral Square Mall. Their number, 954-906-5983.
I don't use the radio station computers. I have my own computer here
You heard about them on the Steve Kane Show.
that I don't let anybody use for that very reason.
Quickly approaching. Make sure you get the right coverage. Call Debbie at I Will Advisors, 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for WW.
All right, we are back. I'm Brian. You're listening to Steve Kane Show. You with us, Steve?
Well, let's find out. Am I with you?
It sounds like you're with me.
Right. Okay. Well, the connections are connected.
Yes.
What an unbelievable weekend.
Oh, great time.
Leave my television set the entire time. And of course, what goes on is hold on.
You sure you got everything connected?
You know what I loved in that little piece of footage that with the toilet
Oh.
The soundbite, it was...
I'm losing you. You're cutting out on me. No, you're fine. I got you. You're back in. Yeah, okay. Oh. Well, that was Sinema. She walked into the stall and locked herself in the stall, and then we heard the flush, and she came out and washed her hands.
It just played very...
It did indeed.
Very well.
But you know, I got to tell you, though, you've got 3 people, one of them's a man, following a woman into a ladies' room, videotaping her, making demands upon her. You know, these are insurrectionists, number one. And also, there's got to be some... Well, you know what? We've got an attorney on the line. Maybe he knows what possible crimes could have been committed. Greg, too, who's an attorney in his daytime life. Yeah, Greg.
Hey, good morning, guys. Listen, Brian, you know what? Most senators and congressmen, I've sat next to them just by happenstance, they don't have security.
Oh, I'm so impressed. Aren't you impressed, Steve? He sat next to senators.
No. I'm just saying by happenstance, not...
Well, this is different. She's a high-profile person who's involved in something right now. I'm sure she had... Typically, members of Congress do not.
What they're trying to do is get her to change her vote. I think that pulling stunts like this, I think only makes her less likely to vote because she realizes it makes it look like she was intimidated.
Yeah.
It would be true if she changed her vote.
It's reprehensible what happened to her.
Well, let me ask you. I know you're not this type of lawyer. You're not like a perv attorney, but you're an attorney. If a man follows a female, forgetting the senator part, into a ladies' room, videotaping them and making demands upon them, that's got to be some type of crime.
I concur with you, Ryan. I'd say without researching it, it's got to be some type of stalking. I guarantee there's a statute prohibiting, men going into females, vice versa. I guarantee. Well, remember Larry Elder got attacked, right? And nothing happened.
That's true.
Well, there's a larger thing that I'd like to talk about because nobody's really touching on it. What they don't seem to understand, the reason that there were two different bills up there is because one is from the House and one is from the Senate, and that's the Sinema one is obviously she's a senator, so they're trying to change votes. If they stop either one, they can't proceed, and the thing goes down in flames. And what people don't understand is people like the squad win if the bill fails.
That's right.
That's what nobody seems to understand.
Yeah, but so we want the squad to win. We want it to fail.
How does it feel being in bed with the communists?
It's pretty good.
Listen, I agree with you guys. It's the rare occasion that you're actually on the side with AOC. She's being
Well, I would describe it differently. I would say that this AOC is a useful idiot for us at this point.
I can agree with that, but the bottom line is she's sticking to her guns.
I don't think exactly. I'm rooting for her. I mean, as I say, we're in this particular thing. It's weird. We're in bed with the communists.
I love it.
Right.
Yes,
Nancy Pelosi, this is her last hurrah. Nancy Pelosi's going down in flames as well. Like you said, Brian.
That's the point. That's a major thing. And that's why AOC is standing against Pelosi. See, because she understands if this bill doesn't go through, Pelosi's finished.
AOC and the squad, they're all insane. Okay, they're all insane. The woman with the Lex Luthor lady with the bald head, Tlaib, they're all totally insane. They are. They've got different issues, but they've. Oh.
Really ugly. I think she's the one you're talking about with the.
Oh, you don't like bald women? Lex Luthor? That's Presley. That's Presley. Well, here's the thing. They view themselves as AOC becoming speaker. You understand? Among themselves, they talk about AOC. They think that Pelosi will be out, Democrats will be in control, and AOC will be the Speaker of the House. That's where they're coming from.
That's exactly right. So, well, to put it in the shortest terms, when the Pelosi loses, they win. So that's why they're rooting against Pelosi, and that's why I don't think they're going to change their vote.
Oh, this is awesome.
And Pelosi is unhinged. But let me throw this idea out to you guys. What do you think? What do you think about two senators are actually preventing us from going to a Marxist/socialist society? If it wasn't for Manchin and Sinema, this country would be in a different position, right?
We're being saved by Democrats.
I hate to say this. We ought to kind of try to stick to reality. The fact is, what we're leaving out is the B word. Do you know what the B word is?
Mm-mm.
The corn. Remember the corn husker kickback? And this guy from Nebraska was holding out, and all of a sudden they just bought him. That's all. You know, there's enough money.
It was the Great Louisiana Purchase. It was the astronaut's wife getting,
Yeah.
You're right, but Manchin is sticking to his guns. By the way, did you see Manchin? He was on his boat, and people were out there taunting him as well.
Yeah. Yeah. But see, this is what they've done, though, is, by the way, this is a great time because we've never seen the Democrats divided like this ever. And they will pass something at some point, but it's not going to be what they need to pass to pacify the donors. The donors are going to be pissed. And Pelosi and Biden, that's great.
If they pass something that's short of the mark of the
3.5
that they're looking for, 3.5, they're going to lose people on the other end.
Mm-hmm.
So they're really between the rock and the hard place. And what a great day it would be for America if, in the end, they don't pass it.
Well, Pelosi's statement is really defeatism. She said there'll be a vote by Halloween. It's only the 4th. That's the 31st. They're in trouble.
Being wrong in her prediction.
I guess.
Giving yourself plenty of time on this one.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
The thing that I noticed, I want to throw this out because nobody really picked up on this. In fact, I mentioned it to Brian. I'm going to give you my perception of what happened here when Biden came to speak to reinforce the troops. This is on Saturday, and they had this big, long processional walk, with Nancy at the head of it, pretending to be a big macher, and they were supposed to bring Biden down. And my understanding, if your perception is different than mine, let me know. My understanding is that he was supposed to take questions from the senators and congressmen, that he was supposed to explain all the things, all the points that are, sticking points, and he was supposed to, with his eloquence and brilliance, close the deal. So I'm watching them walk this endless procession that looked like Buckingham Palace during the Queen's inauguration or whatever. What do you do to a queen?
You coronate.
Coronation. Okay. So they're walking. I go into the kitchen to get a beer and a sandwich or whatever it was. And I come back, it couldn't have been 5 minutes I was gone in the kitchen. And I come back, and all of a sudden the procession that had been walking towards me on my television screen was now walking away. Biden panicked at the last minute, and he didn't say anything. And you could tell he was frustrated and angry, and he just said, well, it doesn't matter, 6 days, 6 hours, 6 years, or whatever, something like that. And he ran back up with everybody following me. They looked so ridiculous and so pathetic, and I didn't hear anybody dwelling on that aspect of what I think was the high point of Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, Steve. And by the way,
agree?
he threw out his one line again. Come on, man! When they asked him about the division.
I love the come on, man. That's when that's one of his nervous tics. That's one of the things he says when he's panicked and can't think of anything else. Come on, man.
Right.
Well, and he also before she went to Arizona to be stalked by illegal aliens, Sinema had a one-on-one meeting with Biden, and he wasn't able to move her. So and the squad, he's alienated the squad. Biden has done to the Democrat Party what he did to Afghanistan, just totally screwed everything up.
Well, we're at the bottom of the. Thank you for your call. We're at the bottom of the hour. When we get back, I would like to have people call in who were watching at that moment on Sunday with the big procession in, big procession out. Is there anybody else that got the feeling that I did, that this was the beginning of the end of Biden's ultimately humiliating? And yet no one, even on Fox, Fox has done a great job. I mean, there's no question that Fox is heads and miles above all the other stations. They've just collected a great collection of, journalists, conservative thinkers, and I think that this was the end. That's what I saw. If you saw it differently, did you see it differently?
Well, let's take our break. Let me give out the number, then let's take our break, all right? It's 1-888-GO-CANE1, toll-free call. 1-888-465-2631. We'll be right back after this.
Stop paying an outrageous fortune for your tires. Go easy on your budget and buy your tires at Friendly Tire in Margate, where they have all the major brands like Goodyear and Firestone at discount prices that absolutely can't be beaten. Steve Kane's tires for his Toyota van at the other shops, $175 a tire. At Friendly Tire, just $75 a tire. That's a $100 savings per tire. Tires for my daughter Emily's car, $135 at the shops around town. The price at Friendly Tire, only $65. That's a $70 savings per tire. These prices are out the door and on the road. Free mounting and balancing and no added charges. Friendly Tire have a great selection of good used tires too, starting at just $30 for most cars. Call my good buddy Friendly Mike at Friendly Tire. Tell him what you drive and he will give you a great low price right over the phone at 954-977-9445. 954-977-9445. Online, friendlytire.net.
Hi, this is Lori Kane, and I want to talk to you about Dr. Gupta at Brighton Dental Care. I just love Dr. Gupta. I've been seeing him for around 3 years. He always has time for me. He never does unnecessary work, and his prices are very affordable. And if you need implants, go see him because he has the best prices around.
It is. Yep.
Let me give you
Beach
the
is
number.
right
Write
here.
it down. It's 954
This is facing south.
922-4633. That's 954-922-4633, BrightonDentalCare.com. He's just the best.
The Steve Kane Show is brought to you by Attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Are you concerned with the distribution of your assets at the time of your passing? Avoid probate. Call the Siegel Law Group with 9 offices throughout South Florida, from Palm Beach Gardens to Coral Gables. Call toll-free 1-855-FLA-3782.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for W.
All right, we're back now. It's October 4th. It is Christmas shopping season right now. It starts right now. And you want to go to... Well, the supply lines are perfect at MyPillow.com. You'll have no problems with supply lines because it's not shipped here from China. It's made and shipped right here in the United States. Probably Minnesota is where Mike Lindell's plane is. Now, I want to tell you, this is just an amazing, one of the most life-changing things I've done is get the MyPillow mattress topper. It has changed my life. It's changed my wife's life. You've heard my wife talk about it in the commercial with her. We got it because she was having some back pain. We had a pretty new mattress. She was having back pain one night. Back pain gone, hasn't returned. I'm sleeping the whole night through. I wake up when my alarm goes off in the morning. I'm getting a full night's rested REM sleep and all that stuff, that REM sleep you're supposed to get because of that mattress topper. And Mike Lindell has a deal that will not last. That's why you got to get this for Christmas now. Go to MyPillow.com. Click on the television specials, Now, every special you see at MyPillow.com, you can use the promo code KANE for, K-A-N-E, when you're doing your shopping, K-A-N-E. They did this for us. They don't do this for everyone. They did it for us out of appreciation to you and this listening audience who have been so supportive of Mike Lindell. Now, the MyPillow mattress topper, when you click on the television specials, you can get it right now with the promo code KANE, 50% off. Comes in every size, too. Twin XL, Full, Queen, RV Queen, King, California King, Split King, 50% off, but you've got to use the promo code KANE at checkout, KANE, and that's on the television specials. There's a couple other specials there I just want to mention for your gift giving. When you use the promo code KANE, this is an incredible deal, television specials as well, a set of 5 children's Bible story MyPillows. You get them for $99.98 with the promo code KANE at checkout. They are beautiful. They have 5 different stories from the Bible. And there's also an offer with the promo code KANE to get a great deal on a set of 3 patriotic MyPillows, Statue of Liberty, American flag pillows from MyPillow.com on the television specials. But this mattress topper, this special will not be around at Christmas time. This special will disappear without notice because it is such a good deal. They are going to start running out of different sizes for different mattresses, and once that happens, the special will have to end. So television specials, promo code KANE, 50% off the MyPillow mattress topper, KANE, at checkout. You can also order by phone, 1-800-716-4879, 1-800-716-4879. All right, now, the Democrat Party is imploding right now. They're eating their own, and I'm loving it. Now, I got a couple. Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to get back to that point that we were making at the break, because I want to get listener feedback on that. Was that moment we talked about when Biden came down to give a big speech and then backed out and ran away? Was that a turning moment?
Well, I read it differently than you, okay? I read it differently than you. Now, I'll give out the number, 1-888-GO-KANE, 1-888-465-2631. Here's what happened. Joe Biden, and if you saw him walking with Pelosi, he could hardly walk. I mean, the way he was walking, he was having a difficult time. And he went to take questions, and they shooed him away. His staff shooed the President of the United States away and wouldn't let him speak. And I think what was going on there was we used to call these senior moments, now we call them Biden moments. I think he was fading because there was too much stimulation going on, too much work, and he was about to have a mental break, and they shoot him away. But this is the end of Biden's presidency. Yeah, we're in the beginnings of the end of the Biden presidency. He and Pelosi are losing all their juice. Mm-hmm. And the donors will be jumping ship because they haven't been able to deliver, and they're never going to be able to deliver. And that was a big turning point. So I'd like to hear what you all think in the listening audience. Our number, 1-888-GO-KANE, 1-888-465-2631. Want to play a couple sound bites. Pitbull, he spoke about these American haters. You know who Pitbull is, right, Steve? Oh, yeah, he's a big Cuban singer, big, huge superstar here in America. Pitbull, he's out of Miami, he's Cuban-American, and he's been very critical he's very famous, and been very critical of the Biden regime not standing up for Cuba while they had this uprising, and he had a concert over the weekend, and Pitbull had a message for the American haters out there. Now, the bleeps, I added in, every bleep is the F word. This is Pitbull.
So whoever the doesn't like the United States of America, may God bless you, but you at the same time. If you don't like the United States of America, go back to the countries that we fuck from, and you'll see how much you appreciate the United States of America.
I like this guy. Yeah, he's nice. Yeah, he's like a Toby Keith type.
He speaks for...
He does.
I think that's the answer to this plot that the Democrats are involved in to pump up the registration of...
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Oh, man, he really told it like it is. And, they've got a leader who's checked out, and this business with Fauci, who's a Scrooge here. Fauci was on TV over the weekend. He did an interview. This is a clip.
We can gather for Christmas, or it's just too soon to tell? You know, Margaret, it's just too soon to tell. We've just got to concentrating on continuing to get those numbers down and not try to jump ahead by weeks or months and say what we're going to do at a particular time.
Okay, so Fauci, the Grinch, he wants to steal Christmas. He's on CNN over the weekend telling people that we may not be able to have Christmas. The Democrats, they have no leader. Everyone's going rogue and doing their own thing, whether it's Sinema, Manchin, Fauci, AOC, and the squad. They have no unity, and there's no unifying message because Biden's checked out. And this is an experience we may never have again, and it's a good one because the Democrats are always in a very united front, and it's just total chaotic with them.
Bribery.
They got to believe me. They already ran by everything with Sinema and Manchin, and they didn't move.
You're right.
And when Bernie went rogue and Obama brought Bernie Sanders to the White House, he walked out and endorsed Hillary like 5 minutes later, remember? And now Sinema, since this thing happened with Sinema, you know, it'd be very difficult for her after she was intimidated by them to switch her position. How can she, after a man and 2 other illegals follow her into a toilet in a ladies' room, making demands on video of her, how can she switch now? You know, I mean, that would look like she caved to these insurrectionists at Arizona State University.
There is.
Yeah. So I don't think she's going to switch.
My son, Alex, it was ASU that he went to.
I told you. Yeah, I told you. I know. And that's, you know, what they did to Sinema, I have never seen this happen before. Now, I'm curious how the media and the Democrats handle this because, you know, if this were a Republican, they would be praising the people that confronted them. But they did this to a Democrat. There's a conflict for the media. Do they expose it? Do they go after the activists, the illegals, and the man that stalked her and chased her into the ladies' room? There's a conflict for the mainstream media. I don't think they know how to handle it. Honestly, I really don't. You know.
And it's not going on. That's easy.
That's not going to fly with this one. This story with Sinema is a huge story, and this thing in the bathroom is a pretty big addition to that. So no, they've got a lot of problems. All right, now listen. I forgot to bring this up today. New poll came out. Biden approval rating among black voters has fallen this month 20 points among blacks.
They're going to be panicked. And here come...
Yeah. No, you can't say that.
That's what it's going to be.
Well, you know, part of the problem is, like right now, they got this mandate, the vaccine mandate for teachers in New York City, and there are black teachers in the streets taking issue with this. They're going to lose today. They're going to lose 3,700 substitute teachers. They don't even have enough substitutes now in New York. They're going to have to fire a bunch of teachers, and they're going to find out a huge chunk of the teachers they're going to fire are going to be African American. The subs, they don't have subs to cover now. They don't have subs to cover for them. You know, the Democrats are they're in conflict among themselves. There's a civil war in the Democrat Party at all levels, even the local level. You know, it's not just in D.C. We've never seen this happen before. And this in New York City with the teachers, this is going to be, this is a huge division. And what you're going to see are these teachers are going to take to the streets. And they're going to be protesting in front of their schools, in front of the school board out there, protesting the mayor. And when they don't, they're going to have to shut down the schools because they don't have enough people to babysit in the classrooms because 3,700 substitutes gone too.
Another major point which has to be understood here. Biden is concerned with one thing and one thing only, and that is he needs a win. He has had 58 losers in a row.
Thank you. Everyone thank Jacqueline.
Everything he touches,
United we stand, God bless America. Free our hostages, MAGA forever, no doubt.
He's looking for, is it going to be COVID or
yeah.
That's what the whole COVID thing is about. He figures if he waits long enough, they'll solve the problem, and then he can step in and make himself a winner by saying he was the one who got rid of COVID.
Yeah.
It's pathetic.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Everything Joe Biden touches turns to crap. I think we all agree with that. Does everyone agree? And so as bad as things are for them right now, they're not going to get better because Biden only makes things worse. And that's the way. They have no unity. They have no leader. And they have a guy that no matter what he touches turns to crap. So there's no out for them. It's going to get worse for them.
Well, I mean, it is a good line. It turns to crap.
It's true.
Well, it is true. It is true. The bottom line is he is a victim of his own poor choices. One of these things, every one of these issues, whether it's you're talking about the border problem or all these things, he makes bad choices and they blow up in his face, which is what happens when you make bad choices.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I want to get in on this. Can we take some of these calls?
Well, let me give out the number. One. Yeah, well, we do. Oh, yeah. 1-888-GO-CANE 1. 888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. We'll take a break and we'll come back right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Segment of the Steve Kane Show is brought to you by I Will Advisors. Seniors, medical open enrollment is approaching. Do you know what Medicare options are available to you? Call Debbie at 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080, and she will answer all your Medicare questions. 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
Brian Craig here. When it comes to auto
Be right back,
repair,
guys.
you want a garage that you can trust. Someone that will only do work on your car when your car needs work. Introducing Champagne Automotive in Boca Raton, the latest sponsor of the Steve Kane Radio Show. Tom called in on the radio to tell us about his experience with Champagne Automotive.
Hi, this is Tom from Tamarack.
Hey, Tom from Tamarack, what's up?
I just want to tell you guys something. I spent the last 2 days trying to get brakes for my car. I was leaving the house yesterday to go try another place that had a lower price. They wanted $800 for the brakes. And that advertisement came on for Champagne. I live in Western Tamarack. I said, let me take a drive up there. Well, I was almost blown over how friendly, honest, old school these people are.
Old school, that's really the term that really describes it.
But let me tell you, the guy I had gone to previously won $800. He said, well, you need to take your power steering fluid, and Ed, the owner, put the car up in the lift, pulled the wheels, he goes, you don't need brakes, and I about fell over.
Wow, well, tell me the end of the story, you got me hooked.
So it wasn't that your vehicle was misdiagnosed at the other place, you were dealing with a crook.
Oh, absolutely. This guy wanted to sell me everything but a washing machine. I don't want that.
Now, this is our new sponsor. We have wanted for a long time to have an auto repair shop. When it comes to auto repair, that is the most difficult category for us to find as an advertiser because most are like this guy you were dealing with the other day over in Tamarack. They're crooks. And we found Champagne Automotive. Ed, who's the owner, is a listener of the program. They come very, very highly recommended. So I appreciate you calling in and telling us the good story. Now, Champagne Automotive, they're in Boca off Spanish River Boulevard, immediately west of Dixie Highway. The number is 561-245-8101. 561-245-8101.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for W.
All right, we are back. I'm Brian Steve here. Our number 1-888-GO-CANE 1-888-465-2631. You know, I wanted to play this audio again. We get some feedback on this of Sinema in the ladies' room. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely. People need to hear this. For those that are just tuning in, let me do a little setup as to what happened. Sinema, I did not know this. She teaches a college class at Arizona State University, and her class was over. And she was stalked by 3 students, all 3 of them illegal aliens, one of them a man. She ducked into the ladies' room to try to escape them, and they followed her, videotaping her, all three of them, in the ladies' room. She even went inside the stall, and they still did not stop or leave her. And this audio you're hearing are the stalkers of Sinema in the ladies' room. They were kind enough to record it and post it on social media as if they did something other than really break the law.
Okay, I'll be back.
Sinema, we want to talk to you real quick. Want to talk to you real quick?
Hey, actually, I am heading out.
Right now is a real moment that our people need in order for us to be able to talk about what's really happening. We need a Build Back Better plan right now.
We knocked on doors. We need solutions to the Build Back Better plan. We have the solutions that we need.
We knocked on doors for you to get you elected, and just how we got you elected, we can get you out of office if you don't support what you promised us.
We need 7 million citizenship for 7 million. We need the Build Back Better plan right now.
There's the toilet.
I was brought here to the United States when I was 3 years old, and in 2010 my grandparents both got deported because of SB 1070. And I'm here because I definitely believe that we need this pathway to citizenship. My grandfather passed away 2 weeks ago, and I was...
She sounds all broken up. Her grandfather passed away 2 weeks ago. She sounds really broken up. Were there? Well, there must have been a mess in there. She had to do 2 flushes, yeah.
My grandparents both got deported because of SB 1070. And I'm here because I definitely believe that we need this pathway to citizenship.
Oh, no, the second flush isn't a flush, Steve. That's the air drying machine on the wall. She flushed the toilet, comes out of the stall, washes her hands, Sinema, and then she turns on the blower to dry her hands.
My grandfather passed away 2 weeks ago, and I was not able to go to Mexico and visit him because there is no pathway to citizenship. And if we have the opportunity to pass it right now, then we need to do it, because there's millions of undocumented people just like me who share the same story or even worse things that happen to them because of SB 1070 and because of anti-immigrant legislation. And this is the opportunity to pass it right now, and we need to hold you accountable to what you told us, what you promised us that you were going to pass when we knocked on doors for you.
Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. And I'll tell you, you haven't seen the video yet, Steve, have you? Oh, the video is very good. Yeah, there's very good video of it. Oh yeah. So there's no excuse for this not to be all over TV today. All right, let's take a call or two. 1-888-GO-CANE-1. This is like I said earlier. This is time to get the popcorn out, guys. This is fun stuff. Democrat civil war going on. Good morning. You're on the radio.
Good morning, conservative.
Hey, Doug.
You know, 2 things that bother me. Number one, why wasn't these illegals detained? If they're illegals and she's a senator, they're harassing her, they should have been detained and maybe deported. And then the second thing is, how the hell could she be a senator? Doesn't make enough money, she has to teach a class, too. How can she teach a class? If she's supposed to be working as a senator, what is she doing? Teaching classes?
That's your beef?
Wonder nothing gets done in this country.
That's your beef? I mean, you know, listen, Sinema, here she is, followed into a toilet by a man and 2 other illegals that are videotaping her, and you're concerned that she's not working hard enough in the Senate, that she's teaching a class on the weekends? Do you listen to the show, Doug?
Listen,
are you okay?
I want my senators working full time, not be...
Well, first off, she's not your senator. She's in Arizona. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. See what happens when you go to the phones? Oh, my goodness.
If you keep moving, you'll get a good...
Well, we'll see. 1-888-COCAINE-1. It's Monday. Slim pickings, I guess. 1-888-465-2631. I wanted to mention this going into the break, though, because we were talking before the show. This guy that was on Fox today claiming that he talked to Brian Laundrie on the Appalachian Trail. You know that? I think the guy's full of crap. Okay, I think he is full of it. I don't think I don't know if he's lying necessarily. He seemed to be, to me, he may be mistaken, but that story is totally bogus. He did not meet Brian Laundrie on the Appalachian Trail in a pickup truck telling him that he was trying to get to California. The whole story is BS with that guy. And, you know, I was telling you, I remember when Andrew Cunanan was on the loose here in South Florida after he killed Versace at the Versace mansion in Miami Beach. We were getting calls on, it was only a short few days. I don't remember how long. It was a couple days. We were getting, because, yeah, we're here on the air in South Florida at the time. Yeah, right down the street from the Versace mansion. In a houseboat. Yeah. But we were getting calls those few days that Andrew Cunanan was on the run of people who spotted him. I remember we had one person call in who, that was a really bad one, but she called in and she said that she saw Andrew Cunanan in an open-top Jeep Wrangler pumping gas in Coconut Creek, remember, at the gas station, and we were getting calls, and these people all thought they saw Andrew Cunanan. These were not liars necessarily, all of them. We were getting all these sightings, and we found out Andrew Cunanan was just a few blocks from the Versace mansion the whole time. Usually, these fugitives are not that far away, you know, and if they're going to hide out, they have to hide somewhere familiar. And so I think that guy that says he saw him on the Appalachian Trail is full of. What does Brian Laundrie know about the Appalachian Trail, and where did he get a pickup truck? I'm rooting for Dog the Bounty Hunter to find him, not the FBI personally, and hopefully that's the way it goes, because I like Dog the. Dog the Bounty Hunter can't possess a weapon. He killed someone when he was a young man, went to prison. Dog the Bounty Hunter. I don't know if you guys know that, but that's why he's totally. I remember. Did you used to watch his show, Dog the Bounty Hunter? That was a great show where he would hunt down bail jumpers. Oh, it was a great show. It was a great show with his late wife. All right, listen, we're going to take our break for the top of the hour. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. We're going to try, now after the break, we want to go back to the phones. We want to try to elevate the quality of the calls, okay? That call from Conservative Doug, that was like, that was like Al the John kind of call with his comments and commentary today. So we want to elevate the level of the calls. I'm going to give out the number 1-888-GO-CANE 1-888-465-2631. It's a toll-free call. 2 hours down, 1 to go. It's 8 a.m. We'll be right back.
Got you covered. AM 1470, FM 95.3, 96.9. South Florida's FM Money Talk Radio Network. WWNN, Pompano Beach.
It's here, the hot weather. It's in the mid-90s in the middle of the day, and that's what the actual temperature is. The heat index, much higher than that. That means your air conditioner is going to work harder and harder, driving up your electric bill. And on the line, we have Scott from Cut My Kilowatts, who's going to save you big, big money on your electric bill. Tell them how you're going to do it, Scott.
Hey, Brian. Well, we do it with the radiant barrier installation and making sure that none of your air conditioning ducts are leaking into your attic. But I have Rebecca on the line with me, who's a longtime Steve Kane listener, and we had the pleasure of going up and doing a whole attic package for her at her house on Wednesday of this week, and we put all new ducts in for radiant barrier and all new insulation, and she just wants to tell you how her experience was.
Good morning. I wanted to let you know that this morning, first of all, the people that came out, his crew, were very, very polite, and they did the work. It's a very difficult job to go up in an attic, pull out all the old ducts, come in and put in all new ducts. It's extra additional ducts to make my system work better. I'm in the construction industry. I'm an architect, so I'm familiar with what the cost should be and how much time it takes to do everything. And let me tell you, I was very impressed, and my attic looks like a spaceship up there with all new ducts. They took out the metal dust that was insulated and leaking on my ceiling, and they put in flex stuff, which is what we use now in the industry. But let me tell you, what I paid for the entire package should have cost just to remove the old ductwork and install new ductwork, and I got everything for less than what I thought.
Well, that's amazing. And when Scott from Cut My Kilowatts brings that radiant barrier into your attic, it pays for itself, because what it does, it cools off your ceiling, cools off your attic, keeps that hot Florida heat that's well over 100 degrees in your attic off of your air conditioning ducts, which means your air conditioner works less to keep your house cool and comfortable for you, which means you have lower electrical bills. It works. Listen, guys, give Scott at Cut My Kilowatts a call. His number's listed at stevekaneshow.com, as is his website if you miss it. His number, which rings directly to him, 954-939-1500. 954-939-1500. That's Scott from Cut My Kilowatts.
Seniors, Medicare open enrollment is coming. I Will Advisors has all the education you need to make an informed decision about your plan for you and your family. I Will Advisors specializes in every aspect of Medicare and what options are most likely to help or hurt you. And that way you can get a plan that fits your lifestyle and needs at an affordable rate. Call Debbie at 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080. The Steve Kane Show is brought to you by attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel.
Yeah, the bounty hunter's remarried. His new wife looks a little bit like his old wife that passed away, I think.
With 9 offices throughout South Florida, from Palm Beach Gardens to Coral Gables. Call toll free 1-855-FLA-3782.
You are listening to South Florida's longest running radio show, The Steve Kane Show. To call the show toll free, dial 1-888-GO-KANE-1. That's 1-888-GO-KANE-1. And now, here's...
All right. Third hour has begun. I'm Brian. You're listening to The Steve Kane Show. You with us, Steve? Okay, our number, 1-888-GO-KANE-1. All right, now listen to these stories. They're becoming more and more common. Listen to this. A black woman has been charged with posing as a member of the Ku Klux Klan. Now, you heard me right. A black woman has been charged with posing as a member of the Ku Klux Klan and posting notes through neighbors' doors threatening to kill their children. Teresha Lucas, age 30, has been charged with 8 counts of making terrorist threats, according to the Douglasville, Georgia Police Department. Investigators say that she wrote letters describing herself as a 6-foot-tall white man with a long red beard who did not live in the neighborhood. In March, residents of her subdivision, which is 23 miles west of Atlanta, started receiving threatening racist letters in the mail. The letter uses the N-word, talks about the KKK hanging people, killing children, killing whole families, and setting houses on fire. 7 families at least have reported receiving the threatening letters. The first letters were sent to 2 homes back in December, according to investigators. The local police said the letters were left in mailboxes at night and found the next day. Similar threatening letters, police said, had the same tone and verbiage, were found in February and in March. 6 months went by, no more letters, and then a new one was received September 6th. Police have spent months investigating the matter, going door to door, checking doorbell cameras. Investigators handed out flyers asking for information, and a break came last month when police obtained evidence linking the letters to this African-American woman. And she's been arrested and charged with maybe even a hate crime. And I wonder, you see all these negative things that are put against whites and MAGA and everything. So often you find out it's not us, it's not white people, it's not MAGA, right? This woman here, it wasn't the Klan, it was a black woman pretending to be the Klan. And MAGA, we find out was something that was put up by the federal government, federal agents, had a lot, and federal informants had a lot to do with it. They blame us, but they're the ones doing all these things, Steve? Yeah, I know. But I'll tell you, in the old days, this story right here it just broke this morning on the Daily Mail. Boom. This is going to be all over television later today. And it's Fox News. Yeah, I got a lot of problems with Fox News. And you got to be very careful with Fox News. There's some good people over there, but most of them, most of them are okay, but there's a lot of bad people too, And this is their 25th year on the air this year, Fox News Channel. And CNN is like having a meltdown over this. And Brian Stelter, over the weekend, I'm going to play you a bit of it. Brian Stelter went on this monologue just ripping Fox News, celebrating their 25th year. And let me play this for you. This is Brian Stelter.
You'll probably hear a lot
Hey
about
guys,
Fox News this
give me a call, all right? 888-465-2631. Toll-free call, no matter where you are.
But you won't
Phone's a little
hear any
slow
honest
today.
assessment of Fox, on Fox, of how the network has changed America. So let's size it up for a minute before we go. Fox wasn't always the political beast it is today. As the first co-host of the morning show that became Fox and Friends told me from my book Hoax, it was not very political at all. I was not very political, and neither was the show back then. It was pop culture, sprinkled with the day's news.
Yeah, and that's when no one watched Fox News. Fox News was on the air for... Well, people weren't watching... Fox News went on the air in 94. And what made Fox News number one was the 2000 election and Elian Gonzalez. When Elian Gonzalez in the 2000 election happened and they were reporting the real news, people started flipping. When they were doing lifestyle things, which they were trying to be a magazine channel, no one was watching. And that's when Brian Stelter says they were good, when they had no viewers.
The network evolved or devolved into the beating heart of the GOP, a heart with clogged arteries and weak muscles. It's the
Steve
network
Kane
that
Show.
tells inspirational stories about the military in Middle America,
Damn.
but also smothering patriotism after 9/11 and a
Yeah.
stuck in a time warp. Fox is the network that brought us Megyn Kelly and Jesse Waters and Greg Gutfeld and Tommy Lahren and Shep Smith narrating a llama chase. I mean, that was fun. I'll never forget the llamas. But for all the fun, there's also so much darkness in Fox's history. You won't see Roger Ailes in the retrospectives, but his abuse of women, his leg cam, his paranoia, his rage, it's what translated into the network that exists today.
Now here, meanwhile, CNN, they got their legal analyst, Tubin, who was masturbating on a Zoom video with coworkers on the air. That's okay. They had that porn lawyer, right, camped out in their studio for months, Michael Avenatti. Chris Cuomo has sexual abuse, harassment allegations against him. There's some guy making allegations that Don Lemon put his hand on his crotch or something is coming out. So you know.
Forget the law.
Yeah, but so CNN is acting as if Fox News has got problems that they don't talk about. They got people on the examples he gave are people that are no longer on the air there or are dead. They've got a staff of people. Tubin with a sex problem, Cuomo a sex problem, and Don Lemon's got a sex accusation against him too, and they're on the air currently. So talk about the people that are no longer on Fox News or who are dead, like Roger Ailes, as if that's the Fox News of today. Oh, I'm so glad he did that, because Greg Gutfeld and the others, that gives them license to point out who's currently on the air over at CNN and what they've done. All right, let's go to the phones. 1-888-GO-KANE-1. Good morning. You're on the radio.
Hey, good morning, Brian. Morning, Steve. This is Scott and Kiev. How you guys?
Hey, Scott.
Hey, Scott. How's it going?
Hey, pretty good. I'll say her name wrong. What's her name, Senator Sinema?
Sinema, like a movie theater.
Oh, okay. Senator Sinema. I'm curious. I don't know a lot about her. What was she saying when all the harassment was going on by from the left with all the Donald Trump?
You're talking about during the breach period?
Trump supporters being harassed and
I don't remember her being very active vocally during any of that.
Because I think what I've always said is, go back and look at when
Steve Kane Show
came on the scene with her firebrand leftism.
Oh,
even
Steve Kane Show.
And not Antifa. Yeah, Antifa, when they were protesting against Biden after the election. Always said, it's like all these people who helped foment this environment never read Frankenstein's monster. What in the hell did they think was going to happen? These people are eventually going to turn on themselves, and it's like nobody expected it to happen.
Well, this is the deal. The Democrat Party has always been a loose collection of special interest groups that hate each other. blacks, gays, abortion activists. You know, there's a whole list of them. And what's happened that's changed is some of the people that were activists have somehow made their way into positions of power, like the Squad. And they've got this tired old coot who doesn't know, you know, where he's at half the time. They have no leader. So they have activists that have hijacked the party. They have no leader. And Pelosi has been basically deposed too as leader of the Democrats in the House. She's got no juice. She's a figurehead now, you know. And that's why they're totally at odds with one another. First time it's ever happened with the Democrats. First time. Never seen this before.
And you're starting to see a massive split in the party, you know.
Well, here's the thing. It's what Steve was talking about. The Squad ladies, Tlaib, AOC, and all the, they don't want anything to pass. When nothing passes, they win. They win. And they may...
Wipes out. See, Biden, as we keep hearing, it represents the establishment. If they go down in flames in the next election, that leaves the door wide open for the kooks.
That's right. The Squad. Yeah.
Take over the whole party. Sit back.
That's right. And that's, yeah. Yeah, it's like Lord of the Flies. You've got these children. They think that the adults are too old and that old people should go away and not, you know, they talk about this. Millennials think that, you know, senior citizens should not have a voice because they're going to be here after they're gone. Yeah, we're going to be here after you're dead, so we're more, they don't understand that 10 seconds ago a baby was born. So should that baby have more juice than they have since they'll be here longer than them?
Moaning about, you know, the young people. We're waging this fight for the young people.
Yeah.
So the young people don't grow up in hopeless debt.
And with incredible government oversight over everything they do in their life. Hey, Kiev, take care. Thanks for the call. Good morning. You're on the radio.
Good morning. Pardon me, I have a terrible voice.
That's okay.
Okay. This is Carol. I love my geezer sheets.
Oh.
Only that, I just bought the slippers.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you guys so much because I absolutely adore the slippers. They're so totally comfortable.
Now, which slippers did you get?
The women's slippers.
Well, yeah, okay. You know, the MyPillow slippers, if you go to the radio specials page, 50% off with the promo code KANE at checkout, KANE right now.
I'm so happy they arrived. I can't tell you, I wear them all the time in the house. I really do. They're that comfortable.
Yeah, in fact, I wear them out and about too. You know, the MyPillow slippers are absolutely amazing. To call them slippers does a disservice because they're made for all day wear, outdoor, indoor. I wear them to work all the time too. They are, well, you know, everything Mike Lindell makes is very high quality, well made, and built to last.
Exactly.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
So welcome. I just love you, as you well know.
Oh, well, I thank you. You know, those we...
Every day.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that.
I called as you were mentioning Dr. Fauci and the vaccine. And a friend...
Now, we're not giving out links on the air that we don't know where they go, but I'll tell you the thing. No, you don't want it. No, no. It's no. You don't want to do it, Steve. I'm telling you, you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. But you know the thing with Fauci. Okay, here's the thing with Fauci. Fauci is a mediocre public official, bureaucrat. He became famous at last year with the pandemic, and when he's talking about we may not be able to have Christmas, Fauci doesn't want this to end, and he does it. Well, he wants this celebrity and power to continue, and you know what most people would do, like Fauci, okay, is he's the highest paid guy in the federal government, right? He's got a huge pension. What most people, he makes more money than the President of the United States, as hard as that is to believe. He's the highest paid employee at the federal government. Yeah. But what most people would do is he's got his pension, they would retire, and then they'd go make a deal where they make millions and millions of dollars with books and movies and everything else, which he could do. But he enjoys power so much, he just can't let any of this end. So he keeps prolonging it. Keeps moving this standard and that standard because he loves the power he has over people. And he's been a big mover and shaker in a very large shift in our culture. All right, let's take some more calls. Good morning, you're on the radio.
Yeah, you asked to upgrade the quality of the phone call, so I called.
We didn't have you in mind when we said that.
I was thinking the opposite of you, but you're on now.
Well, you should be thanking Steve. He commissioned Geraldo Rivera to recover your cojones.
Oh.
He's going to return them.
Yeah, they were in Al Capone's vault, yes. Yeah. Now, where's the part where you're going to elevate the quality of the callers, Al?
Get to that point.
Okay, well, the thing is, the division in the Democratic Party is going to be short-lived. Sometime in the next couple of weeks, it's going to pass. Instead of being 3.5, it might be 2.9.
What are your thoughts on 3 illegal aliens, one of them a man, following a female sitting United States senator into a toilet and videotaping them?
I find that classless. I find that...
What are you going to do about it?
She's been acting like a nutcase.
Oh, so she deserves it. Oh, okay. You said she's been acting like a nutcase. I said, what are you going to do about it? And you're like, well, she's been acting like a nutcase, so you're justifying what they did.
Get to the part where you elevate the quality of the...
We'll be here till doomsday with that.
Any occasion through the years that I'm his best caller.
No, I didn't. Who said you're the best caller? Who said that?
You were a best caller.
I have never said you're the best caller. I've never said you're the best caller. Yeah, but you're delusional. All right, let's take our break on that delusional note. It's 19 minutes after the hour. I'm Brian. You're listening to the 19 minutes after. You're listening to the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest running radio show. On the radio since 1977. Our number is toll free from anywhere. 1-888-GO-KANE 1-888-465-2631.
Hi, my name is Tom Laporta, the owner of Laporta Contracting, Roofing and Restoration. We have been in the roofing and construction industry since 1982. We are state of Florida certified roofing and general contractors focusing on residential.
If anybody's, you can't have people call in and give out website addresses on the air that you don't know what they are, because people could send people to anything. You got to be careful about that. Steve Kane Show.
You will want to call us to come out and evaluate your roof. Our services run from minor repairs to complete new roof systems.
I didn't know they did. I'll look into it. I had no idea. I had no idea.
Asphalt shingles, clay or concrete tiles, standing metal seam, wood shakes, and slate tile systems. Call us at 954-604-4602 for a free home inspection and estimate. Again, that number is 954-604-4602.
This segment of the Steve Kane Show is brought to you by I Will Advisors. Seniors, medical open enrollment is approaching. Do you know what Medicare options are available to you? Call Debbie at 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080, and she will answer all your Medicare questions. 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
Hi, this is George Corey of the Soul Authority. In this time of social distancing and sheltering in place, many people have been forced to neglect their feet. We at the Soul Authority are making it possible for you to still take care of your feet while remaining in your home, as we will send a doctor to your house for all of your podiatric needs. The best part of all is that Medicare pays for this visit. So, if you're a Medicare recipient, give the Soul Authority a call today at 954-597-7060. That's 954-597-7060. Don't let social distancing stop you from taking care of your feet. Call the Soul Authority today.
this is Scott from Cut My Kilowatts. Give me a call today to save up to 50% on your insulation and radiant barrier, and up to 35% on your electric bill. That's 954-939-1500. 954-939-1500.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for WW.
Oh man, you know, Al the John's calls though. He does enable us to feel the pulse of the modern Democrat Party led by the corrupt Joe Biden. You know, when we're talking about the man and the other two illegals confronting Sinema in the ladies' room, and we say well, she has been acting. You know, immediate justifications. This is why Democrats are so dangerous. They're so dangerous. Well, yeah, and they're tyrants. I mean, if you have a disagreement with them, if you don't do everything they want to do, they want to purge you from society. Sinema's one of them. You know, this wasn't a Republican. This is a Democrat, and she not only is she a Democrat, she's got one of the she's gay too. Well, she's bisexual. She's another sexuality other than hetero. Yeah, from her, she's talked about this all the time. Yeah, Why, does it make her more attractive? To a lot of men, it does. I don't know why. Yeah, no, she. Let me see if I can find a story on it. But no, she is not straight. She had an entire makeover. She was in the house, and she looked very, very frumpy. And when she went to run for the Senate, she got a complete makeover from head to toe, and came out as this omnisexual, bisexual, something other than heterosexual. So she's a Democrat, she's a woman, and she's gay, and they're treating her this way. You know, I mean, so she's three victims groups. You know, and what's the fourth one? Yeah. That's true. Well, you know, the problem is you hear it with these three that confronted her. All three of them are illegal. They're all illegals. Well, one of them's a dreamer. You know, a dreamer. But the thing about that video, and that video is a very good video, and it is circulating all over the internet. It will be on. You will see it on Fox. You will see it on Newsmax. You will see it on One American News. It's very good quality video. So it will be on TV. It may not be on CNN or MSNBC, but you'll see it on the others. And the thing that's going to piss people off about that video is the tone of entitlement from three illegal aliens who are in a class at a college that they're not paying for. Like, I remember your son went to school, you had to find a way to pay for it and all this stuff. He got an ROTC scholarship. You think they're not paying for their own college. You know what I mean? They're freeloaders. They're in the country illegally, and they have a sense of entitlement, and they're demanding more. They're not being given enough. You know, and that incident with Sinema is a very damaging thing to the left. It's that tone, you know, of entitlement that pisses people off, especially coming out of all the lockdowns we've had for the last year and a half. All right, our number is toll free from anywhere, 1-888-GO-CANE1. Good morning, you're on the radio. What's your name? Hey, Rabbi, what's up?
Rabbi, how are you? I'm okay.
This bathroom, problem here in Arizona, I'll tell you.
Bathroom problem.
Country, it is a world without borders. They're coming over the border in the South, and now this concept that you can go into the most private place, and invade someone's privacy, it is like breaking border. And these illegal immigrants, these people that went in there, they just have no concept of any border.
Well, the bathroom, most people, this probably is not true of Steve because Steve is weird, but most people lock the door of the bathroom when they're home alone. They really do. Most people lock the door of the bathroom in their house even when they're home alone. Except Steve Kane, right? You don't lock the door of the bathroom, right? I use the public bathrooms. Well, I don't. I use them in a standing position only. The rest I go home for. But the thing. Well, are you kidding me? But here's the thing about.
You're afraid to sit in.
No, I'm just sanitary. I am just sanitary, Steve. I'm just sanitary.
Yeah. Do you sit on toilets?
At home. On occasion. Yeah.
You guys still there? It's funny. I just think that there's a point where cameras don't go in. You know.
Well, there's one area of complete privacy. That's the toilet, except for Steve, and that's true.
Yeah. Change Joe Biden's Depends diaper. I think he should have the privacy. I'll give him that.
Now, Rabbi, are you saying that you believe that the President of the United States wears a Depends diaper?
I would bet on it, and I'm not a betting man.
Really? What makes you say that?
I think if you notice by the way he walks, it's not in his weak legs. It's that he's got something between them, and it looks like I'm telling you, it looks like I've been around old people. It looks like he's got a problem, and sometimes he walks even more because maybe there's some stuff in there. And there's nothing wrong with it. Many people have it, but he's our president.
Well, hey, that may be history. I bet he's the first president to wear an adult diaper. You know, we may never have had one.
To be remembered for something.
You know, this thing though about the bathroom. This is a big deal. This isn't just a funny story with Sinema. First off, she's a woman and a sitting United States senator. And when one of the three that went in there was a man, to me right away that's a crime. There's got to be a crime involved. A man going into the ladies' room with a camera, filming people. You know, I mistakenly went into the ladies' room once, and I had to go to. Drank like a gallon of water. I had to go to the bathroom. I went in and went into the stall and used the lady. I didn't realize. I came out. There was a woman brushing her hair in the mirror. She freaked out, and I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I had to go. I didn't even realize. I should have noticed this was the ladies' room when there were no urinals in it." And she laughed. But what this guy did with these two girls was stalking. They chased her in there, and they were filming her in a place where cameras. I've heard of people going to jail having cameras in public bathrooms.
They allow them going into, when they're in restaurants eating, you can film people. You can actually go in stores now and steal, and no one's going to stop you.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the ultimate frontier. And this is what's going to happen. I mean, think about what could be next. Going into someone's home, into their toilet?
Well, you heard what Liberal Al said. Well, she's been acting in this way lately, so, he justified the actions.
Whatever it takes.
By the way, forget Liberal Al, so will CNN and so will MSNBC and even Fox. They'll do the same thing that Liberal Al said.
Yeah. And, I'll tell you this thing, though, and I wasn't saying this to make light of it. The fact that she's not straight, that she's... I think she claims to be bisexual, okay? Think about that. If Republican guys in MAGA hats, if 3 MAGA college students did this, 2 MAGA girls and a MAGA guy did this to her or any other Democrat, a woman, Democrat who's gay, you'd be hate crime, it'd be a meltdown going on in the media. And they're treating Sinema as if she's a Republican. She deserves what she gets.
That Capitol cop was in that bathroom. Would he shoot them?
Maybe. Perhaps. I mean, they are, and they're making demands. These are insurrectionists. Hey, Rabbi, appreciate the call. Very strange conversation to have with a religious man, but I almost said a man of the cloth, but rabbis aren't men of the cloth, are they? No, that's just like priests and ministers. Good morning. You're on the radio.
Yes, Harry from Dallas. I just want to make a comment. I keep hearing all this stuff about Biden.
Yeah, well, yeah, but, this is the world we're living in. All right, we'll take our break. 31 minutes after the hour. I'm Brian. You're listening to The Steve Kane Show. Steve Kane is here. We have elevated the quality of the calls somewhat. So keep it coming, guys. This is good. I appreciate it. Some new voices as well. 1-888-GO-KANE 1-888-GO-KANE 1. That's 888-465-2631. All right, we're moving into the home stretch. We'll be right back after this.
Stop paying an outrageous fortune for your tires. Go easy on your budget and buy your tires at Friendly Tire in Margate, where they have all the major brands like Goodyear and Firestone at discount prices that absolutely can't be beaten. Steve Kane's tires for his Toyota van at the other shops, $175 a tire. At Friendly Tire, just $75 a tire. That's a $100 savings per tire. Tires for my daughter Emily's car, $135 at the shops around town. The price at Friendly Tire, only $65. That's a $70 savings per tire. These prices.
Yeah, you after the last break, you moved your mic a little bit, and you're like, I can hear you breathing into the mic pretty heavy. You weren't doing it earlier, but you moved. All right, bye. Who was blocked? Sophie G said blocked. What are you talking about, Sophie? I put them in a timeout for 300 seconds. Let's see. They'll probably come back and do the same thing. Maybe it was Biden, the sniffer.
And she will answer all your Medicare questions. 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080. By Attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Are you concerned with the distribution of your assets at the time of your passing? Avoid probate. Call the Siegel Law Group with 9 offices throughout South Florida, from Palm Beach Gardens to Coral Gables. Call toll-free 1-855-FLA-3782.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio.
All right, we're back. I'm Brian. You're listening to the Steve Kane Show. Steve Kane here. Our number 1-888-GO-KANE-1. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh.
He's my roofer. He does great work. And one of the things that I just want to emphasize, the biggest thing is when you're doing construction like that, you got to deal with homeowners association, which can be really tough. I mean, some of them are difficult, some of them are really temperamental. And Tom knows how to deal professional to professional with homeowner associations and takes that unpleasant part out of your new roof. So
that's some skill set. I mean, he's kind of like the Alan Dershowitz of homeowners associations and condo associations. I don't even talk to my HOA. I know better. They don't like anybody. Okay, and homeowners associations and condo associations are the worst. And Tom Laporta at Laporta Contracting has a skill set that I've not seen anybody else have in Florida, and that is dealing with HOAs and condo associations. And he's more than your roofer. He's basically built you a new house, Steve. So he's also he's your builder.
True.
How's it feel? How's your new house come? Oh.
In 20.
Oh my goodness! Listen, but let me give Tom Laporta's number. Now he's a good MAGA guy, and make sure you ask him about the Trump roof too. He has the same tiles that are on Mar-a-Lago, so you can turn your roof into a Trump roof and brag to all your friends that you sleep under the same roof as President Trump and First Lady Melania. And his number rings directly to his cell phone in his pocket. Okay, it's 954-604-4602. 954-604-4602, and online, LaportaContracting.com. Yeah, well, this is a good time because here on the Trump train, we've had a lot of bad days since the inauguration day, right? And this period is just, you got to take the fun when you can get it. And I was thinking hard through the whole show today. I can't think of an example. Can you think of a time, Steve, when the Democrats have been this divided amongst themselves? Never. I mean, even when I remember when Bill Clinton, during all those sex scandals, they stuck to. Remember, they all took a bus. The whole Democrats in Congress. They was impeached to the White House and stood by. This is the greatest president. We stand together. Never have the Democrats been this divided. And there's no hope for them in sight because Joe Biden is so... he looked pathetic when he went to the Hill the other day. When presidents go to the Hill, it's to close the deal, and he couldn't close it.
His pants. I don't know.
Well, oh, please. Are you kidding? When a president goes to Capitol Hill, when there's something this big that they're trying to get through, they go there with the majesty of the presidency to use that to mesmerize people and get it done. He couldn't close the deal. He brought Sinema into the White House, and Sinema could have written her golden ticket to life right there. Anything that she wanted.
You can always find somebody to bribe.
But she didn't take it. I mean, she could have, if she said, I want to be the vice president, Joe Biden would have gotten rid of Kamala and appointed her. I mean, she's got that much juice right now. And either she's a moral person who didn't take the bribe, or he couldn't think of anything to mesmerize her, So, he couldn't close Sinema. He was humiliated at Capitol Hill, and when he was walking with the scooting of the feet, the Rabbi David, the depend diaper walk with Pelosi looked defeated too. She really looked, this is what people don't understand. I was talking about this last week. Pelosi became Speaker the first time because she was the #1 fundraiser in the Democrats in the House. That's why they made her Speaker. And she has made... but the problem is, you're only as good, being in the House of Representatives, it's like, it's a high pressure sales job, really. And they're selling to donors all the time for the re-election. And she couldn't close the deal. She's like Jack Lemmon and Glengarry Glen Ross at this point. She's a down and out, has-been salesperson who can't close a deal, and the donors are pissed. That's why they got rid of Harry Reid. The donors got rid of Harry Reid because he couldn't deliver. And now Pelosi, she might have been on her high horse all these years, but this is it for her. She will, whatever they pass will not be anything like they promised the donors. And they made a lot of promises.
The Democrats are not going to hang on to this.
No. Do you think it's possible? I don't know enough about Arizona politics and Sinema, but a lot of people are talking about her going independent, leaving the Democrat Party. She very well could. It would not surprise me, and I'll tell you. Well, she handled herself pretty good in the ladies' room confrontation, but she did do a very good job in the ladies' room there, but she had to be shook by that. That had to shake her up a little bit. I think it was more of a brave face than anything else. I think she had to be nervous about that. And that can do angry, scared. I mean, she's a woman and she's got 3 people and a man following her in a toilet. That's scary for a woman. So you factor all these things in, and she's going to vote to pass something and work in the future to help these people. They alienated her big time with that.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. And she, you know, this isn't the first time she's gone against the Democrats, but this is the first time she has felt their, you know, their wrath like this. It's never happened before. And I think they're going to have a difficult time unwinding. There's no way that didn't shake her up. It'd shake me up. Could you imagine if you're in her position and you have people following you into the toilet, and you know, liberal ad would like it, you know, but a normal person would not.
Person with the
yeah, exactly. Nobody's going to follow Al into a toilet. That's for sure. That's for sure. I mean, this is the biggest bathroom event with a senator since that one Republican, remember years ago, was propositioned by an undercover cop for sex in a bathroom. I could be wrong about this, and I think it was a senator. Somebody, the name that just popped in my head, I don't remember the first name, and it's my name, Craig. Craig, that name popped in my mind. Was his name Craig, his last name? Who was the senator who was propositioned by an undercover police officer in a men's room for sex? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why that's a crime. I mean, if somebody offers you sex, well, if someone offers you sex and you don't turn it down, you're a criminal? I know it's a little. If anybody remembers who that was, Craig is the name that. Now, just one last thing that I want to mention before we break. Okay, I meant to mention this earlier and I forgot. But this thing with Brian Stelter and Fox News' 25th anniversary. I know a lot of people don't like Fox, and we all have problems with certain people on Fox. But people don't. A lot of you haven't been on the scene long enough to know what it was like in the media before Fox News was around. Before Fox News became number one, there was nothing. There wasn't one conservative in the cable news. They'd have one guy on Crossfire that'd get battered all the time, maybe. But there was no place for any conservative in the cable news. It just didn't happen. It was all hard.
Strong conservative.
Yeah, that primetime lineup at Fox News is very strong. You right? Yeah. Sophie, $50 super chat. Thank you. Everyone, thanks Sophie for that.
And I want to tell you, I'm so glad I thought of this. Gotta mention Bongino.
Yeah.
I watched his show this weekend. He has grown tremendously in the short time he's been on the air, and he is really good. And it's too bad that he didn't get the job over those two jokers that they have replaced.
Oh yeah.
Is a guy with real talent and a lot of creative viewpoints and a lot of stuff to add. He's going to be a big success in this business.
Yeah, he's pretty. I haven't seen his TV show. But his radio shows. I've been listening to his podcast for years. I've heard him on the radio. He's very good. And you know, I would like to see. He's on opposite this thing they put on in a lot of markets, and I'd like to Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, and I really would like to see some ratings comparisons in the markets. Oh, someone told me
ratings are a long-term thing.
Yeah,
a little while, but he's going to wipe the floor with these.
Oh, they suck. They suck. Someone told me Larry Craig was the name of the Republican in the men's room that was propositioned by an undercover police officer for sex. I remember they made a big deal about it at the time. Sounds like entrapment to me.
The talk radio.
I mean, if you were propositioned for sex by a woman and you did not turn it down, you think you've committed a crime? I don't know. Exactly. So when these gay guys do, he didn't give him guy money or anything. I don't think he put like a 20 under the stall. I think the guy asked him for sex and he acknowledged it was okay. And then they, I don't know. Whatever. It was a long time ago. Whatever happened to that guy? Soiling the good name of Craig. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? How dare I don't remember this, guys. We used to have this. Oh yeah, the Craigs were very excited. We used to have a guy who was a Democrat, a black Democrat, who had woken up and left the Democrat Party that we used to have on this show all the time. He was a good guy. We had him on the radio like every week. He was a state representative, black Democrat who had a falling out with the Democrat. I don't want to say it on the air because it's been many years since this happened, and I'm sure he's gotten his act together. But then he got arrested. He was in a men's room, and there was a glory hole in the men's room that he was using, which seems crazy to me, and he got arrested, and then we never had him on the show again after. They didn't want to come on and take calls anymore after that. I'm sure he still is.
Get on straight.
They probably set him up with that because he was doing so much damage to the Florida Dems. Yeah. Listen, we're going to take our last break, and we'll be back with the Gold Report, all right? Don't go anywhere.
Medicare open enrollment is coming. I Will Advisors has all
Steve Kane Show.
you need to make an informed decision about your plan for
Hold
you
on.
and
Hold
your
on.
family. I Will Advisors specializes in every aspect of Medicare and what options are most likely to help or hurt you. And that way you can get a plan that fits your lifestyle and needs at an affordable rate. Call Debbie at 954
Hello?
753
I got a bad connection. Let me hang up and call you right back. Okay, right back. Oh, I got you now. Okay. I hear you now. Great. Hold on. Steve Kane Show. Hey, Larry, hold on.
Join Steve Kane and me, Brian Craig, for 9 nights cruising the Caribbean. We will stop in Grand Cayman Island, Bonaire, Curacao, and Aruba. Reserve your cabin right now and call Ian from Cruise and Travel Depot. 561-244-5779. 561-244-5779.
All right, here we are. We are back. It's Monday. It's the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian. Steve Kane is here, and it's time to check in with William Youngerman from the offices of William Youngerman Incorporated in Boca Raton to take our first look at the medals for the week. William Youngerman, good morning.
Good morning, Brian. How you doing?
Good. How the medals looking?
Medals looking good. After last week's nice gains or recoveries from lows, we saw gold close out Friday at $1,760.80 after trading on in a range from $1,750 to $1,765 on Friday. That was up $3.60 on Black Friday. Silver closed up 36 cents Friday at $22.52. Platinum was up $9 at $9.71, and palladium closed up $14 at $1,850. As often the case, we get a little bit of a pullback after a nice moves like we had last week, and so we've had that this morning. Gold trading in a range of $17.47 to $17.67, and right now it's $17.58, which is down $3 from Friday's close. Silver down 7 cents at $22.45. Platinum down $21 at $950, and palladium unchanged right now at $1,850. The dollar is weaker this morning, and oil is still hanging around that $76 a barrel number. Bitcoin at 47,700. That's pretty much where we're starting off this month. I would anticipate markets to continue to move higher.
You know, I was introducing my daughter to the metals this last week, and she learned something that really blew her mind and got her very excited, and that's fractional gold. She thought you had to buy a whole ounce at a time, and when she found out you didn't, she got very excited and saw some opportunity there. Can you tell people a little bit about that, William?
Sure. We have, in the fractional coins, they come anywhere from 1/10 of an ounce to 1 ounce, 1/10, quarter, half, and 1 ounce coins. And then in the bar form, we have gold bars as small as 2 grams.
Wow.
You can buy pretty much whatever you can afford in gold and silver. So that's a nice way to just start accumulating, and especially for children, we encourage people to get their kids actively involved in buying precious metals. They can get a variety of different coins that make it more interesting, and they can start accumulating their hard asset portfolio at a very young age. And I've had many young folks do that. Even one of my kids, both of my boys did that, and one of them had, by the time he was 16, had over $50,000 in stuff that he had just saved out of coins and made all that money just by taking half of all his allowances, and anytime he made some money, he'd take half of that money and run in to buy some gold or silver with it.
Well, you know, that fractional gold allows you to do that because 1/10 out. I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing. Listen, give William Youngerman a call. They open up weekdays at 10 a.m. The number, 1-800-327-5010. 1-800-327-5010. Online, WilliamYoungerman.com. And, of course, you can stop right here in Boca Raton, 150 East Palmetto Park Road in Boca, on the first floor of the Bank of America building, directly across from the bank. And that's some great stuff. All right, William Youngerman, we will talk tomorrow. All right, take care, take care. All right, let's go to the phones. We got a guy named Larry. I hope it's not. Is this Larry Craig? Larry.
Larry Craig, that's who it was.
Yes. Hey, Larry, you're on the air.
Right. Yeah, right. I didn't remember the last name, but I remember the first name because it's my name.
Yeah, and I got the last name, so between the two of us, we're him, I guess, right?
Okay.
We both have a vested interest in saving our honor.
Exactly. Law and Order made a show about that.
Oh, really?
They would do a lot of the things in the news, and they made a show about that, and I forget how it ended, but it
I'm sure not good, because he had to be a Republican, Larry Craig. That's why he was in the news anyway. But the story with Sinema in the ladies' room, there is high quality video that the girls took. In fact, one of the girls is behind the other girl filming, so you get to see the one in the front filming, you get to see the guy and everything. There is no excuse for the mainstream media not to run this. I mean, this is made for television because there's video connected to it. And I don't know, have you guys seen it on TV yet?
I've seen just pictures so far, but when you go back and you think about what happened to Rand Paul, think about what happened to some of these.
Yeah, but she's a gay Democrat. Rand Paul's a straight Republican, white guy. She's a gay Democrat.
Well, but yeah, again, and just the idea that she didn't have the protection of someone. I mean, she handled herself very well. I would have been very nervous. You never know what the.
I'm sure she was. I'm sure she was.
Comfortable situation.
Well, except for Al. Al would love it. Being confronted in a bathroom. Oh, man. That's like a dream come true. All right. Yeah.
This may not make you happy, but...
Doug? Oh, conservative Doug?
You're picking on him a little too much.
Well, his call today was bizarre. Sometimes I did something I don't think I've only done once before. Last week, one day, I was listening to the overnight rebroadcast on my way to the radio station in the morning, and I heard my call with Doug, and I was angry. I was dealing with a technical problem here, and I was frustrated, and I was talking to him on the phone at the same time, and I couldn't yell out, the F-bomb, so I took it out on him. I apologized to him the next day, which I've only, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good guy, Doug. He's a good guy. He's in one of our spots. We love Doug. All right, take care. Take care. Good morning. You're on the radio.
I just want to mention, from what I recall, it wasn't about him soliciting. They had said that he was sitting down in the stall, and his foot touched the other person's foot, and that was the signal to, hey, I want to have sex.
Or maybe he just had to, he said he had a wide stance when he was on the toilet, he said, was his defense.
It's so stupid, because they're complaining, did he have a wide stance, or did he actually touch his foot to solicit sex? It was just ridiculous.
Well, I don't know why it's illegal. Did he give the guy, did he have a 20 connected to his foot? It may be inappropriate, rude, and disgusting to ask somebody for sex, but that's not a crime. Paying for it's a crime. And
supposedly did his foot over.
Well, let me tell you something. If the cops would stay out of men's rooms posing as male prostitutes, there'd be none of these crimes. These are almost all of these crimes are crimes that the cops set up an entrapment. You know what I'm talking? It's always give me a break. Give me a break. All right, listen. I got to tell everybody as we wind down, Steve, Christmas shopping has begun. We're in October now. And Steve and I were talking about this earlier. There's all these shipping problems going on. China's trying to screw us again, But there's no shipping problems with Mike Lindell's MyPillow products. They ship directly right here from the USA out of Minnesota. There's no delivery delays. They got a whole bunch of specials over there. Any special you see at MyPillow.com, you can take advantage of with the promo code KANE at checkout, K-A-N-E. But there's a particular one I'm telling you about because it's so good and it will disappear without notice. And this is, you go to MyPillow.com, click the television specials, the MyPillow mattress topper, 50% off, an all-time low price. I got mine for 30% off, okay? And you know what? It's worth every penny. You'll love it. It has changed my life. I have never had restful sleep like I get with the MyPillow mattress topper. I wake up every morning, Steve, in a complete state of rested serenity. I mean, it's just, boom, I'm ready to go. I'm well rested, and it's just so comfortable. It's like sleeping on a cloud. It comes in every size from twin all the way up to split king, California king, queen, RV queen, single, whatever size mattress there is, you will find it in the mattress topper. It's machine washable, made in the USA, comes with a 10-year warranty, and it makes a great gift for whoever is on your gift-giving list. Your kids, your grandkids, your parents, your spouse, anyone else on your gift-giving list. And it comes in a beautiful package. When you wrap it, they won't even be able to guess what it is. And they will have this for years to come and will remember that gift for many years to come. So go to MyPillow.com, click on the television specials, and you'll see 50% off the MyPillow mattress topper when you use the promo code KANE at checkout, K-A-N-E. All right, you can also order by phone, 1-800-716-4879. 1-800-716-4879, promo code KANE, K-A-N-E. All right, you want to sign us out, Steve, for the day?
I will do it. By the way, don't worry about those problems, supply line problems. Pete Buttigieg right on top of things. So
oh.
A Merry Christmas in the...
Unless Fauci cancels Christmas.
That is, does it for today. Want to thank our technical director, Tyler Kane, my partner and right-hand man, Brian Craig. I'm Steve, of course, and we see you tomorrow. God bless America.
So whoever the doesn't like the United States of America, may God bless you. You at the same time.
Pitbull.
If you don't like the United States of America, go back to the countries that we fuck from, and you'll see how much you appreciate the United States of America.
We've got you covered. AM 470, FM 95.3, 96.9. South Florida's FM Money Talk Radio Network. WWNN, Pompano Beach.
Thought I would end it with a little Pitbull. Hey guys, I gotta run. I'll see you later. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. And everyone, like the video, all right? Like the video. I'll see you soon. Take care. Yeah, if I can get it to stop. Here we go. All right, see you later, guys.